plot to be behavior to woman you say Baumia kwa the next president some do mutimika president in waiting say na Samia Wuku ekabi 2012 ni 2016 no am ka be president in waiting no wam do no anu mutena so mdwen say o am strategize a plan a plot to aye bibia wie eti wam Baumia no kwan say he's the president in waiting. Yes, san wo mu hunu. Na se ya crisis mu, na se president in waiting, oni solution. Enwa Kwame Baumia ayi ni wo hefa. Ni wo se obema Ghana ko de ai. Electronic de ai. Transport. Oso obema Ghana akọ electronic transport. Baumia nu mu asem no. Enwa ade odi ba ya odi bebom. Che se papa ne de se man no obi se man no. Sama no de ni timu adwen kura wodwenwenwenwen na aje wonsem odwenwenwenwen na aje wonsem economic management team wona woda no ya wo crisis mu because o ma ye Ghana 40 ase se ewiase nim die bia de physical sam eho de Dr. Baumia wona wo bie wakoye deputy governor e wo Central Bank of Ghana etinim die bia wo bi ye wo crisis mu Dr. Baumia e prese wo be the next president of this country. Dr. Baumia kasa binyansa semba ko pe policy ba ko permanent ni petri mu a Dr. Baumia say ono no ni visions ni bi e ma Ghana say obe ma Ghana akwa electronic transport na nya petrol to enya me kwa aboso kan omu kasem ne saa wa yete Ghana hanu yi siji fo bre viare fo any grid ko fo e the power energy ema yi siji fo so mu nkonkoton wa enwo akontabo 50% pe omu timi account for just 50% de aka nyina omu se ayera omu nim ba bia omu di kane ane ko out hu sika ama na wono na de no kra kese we kra na ma be me ham ontim na abu asia kai as asiakai ye ni kroma no be kai se omo ba be yes sky train ewi eche $2 million sky train no omo nche miye
as a country
just say ni se mo waka kra no as a Dr. Baumia no so kra aka ne kakra ni se mo kaka wo ye wo crisis mu Dr. Baumia ka sem na yenko ye ni mu a wo ka kire Ghana for say Ghana be kwa electronic ene hihama wa hiham kwa bebie na nkrofo nti hihama wa hiham wo kasa say electronic transport na de Ghana eko ye nto petrol biem ye nto diesel biem ye nko aboso kan biem say wo kwa akoto spare parts wudu fia na wo ka no wa plug no wa charge ade achi ye na wutu Uber driver ma hu se ba ko mienu bi ni nam system nim na illegal so nka mo ba ye de nka nya asem ketwa illegal connection de ka mo fa ne kwa okay enti we ye ba me
as a matter of policy, the whole issue of climate change
kamo fa ne kwa Dabi me ana make kasa eti da ka no a esi woro mo sa ka no yi ni bia na electronic ni bia
from that dependence
what ba ko aba
nje
se ba eti da ka no
more green
na by the way abushafo wa hwe aza
and this is one
azasa enti ode
achieve that
ye hwese ye bebo amamu aza o ma kwa ye electronic car bus ba ko de aba no de aba be john no de dwene num sa chese oye empty vice president Dr. Oye empty ankasa
is the high cost of transportation. If you look at the cost of transport in Ghana, there are two elements that dominate that pricing formula for transport. One is fuel, the other is spare parts. Isn't it?
Yes.
Those are the two elements that dominate the cost of transport. Fuel and spare parts. Now, with what you're doing with electric vehicles as a country, where I want to see us go in the next few years is to move public transport completely from a dependence on petrol and diesel to fully electric vehicles. That is really where Ghana ought to go. And it is doable. It's very doable. It's not something that, it's far-fetched, right? Orders are already being made by other countries. Orders are being made by other countries. as a matter of policy, we ought to move away from petrol and diesel to electric vehicles. As a matter of policy, the whole issue of climate change and that transition, that energy transition for Ghana, and moving away from that dependence on fossil fuels to more, green energy is very, very important for us. And this is one of the ways in which we can achieve that transition. Because as you know, we spend a lot on fossil fuels. But the other thing that is very, very important for Ghanaians, households, individuals, is the high cost of transportation. If you look at the cost of transport in Ghana, there are two elements that dominate that pricing formula for transport. One is fuel, the other is spare parts. Isn't it?
Yes.
Those are the two elements that dominate.
Next policy, I was see a share electronic transport because fuel board petrol diesel air cost to Ghana for anti share oti one mo can win. Basic things ya Ghana for here yentimi ya basic eliema basic share food inflation. Ghana Statistical Service report omodiba food inflation eda soro eye high eda soro. Elu here Dr. Bawumia basic things enipa here wana brabom. Die enipa bedie baby enipa beda. Ene frano pakopuma numre obi didi once ne kura no edi so obedi. Mukwa kuma bu buy election obi kuta 50 cedis what hwe sika wei ebe hwe me be asabosome. Basic needs aduane enipa bedi baby enipa di nitiri beto. We are head of economic management, we are economists, we need solution. Crisis wa how we need solution. But Dr. Bawumia to one of earth thinking about say Ghana beko electronic transportation. Electronic transport. Just say olaki idea say okasa na wo bisa wo say eti Ghana no so yenso no so ayenso yeto aba na yeni adwene ana yenom no ayeto aba no yeni adwene because say wo wadwene a asema wo so bisa say Dr. Bawumia ene Ghana here say here International Monetary Fund say whole Africa continent, not West Africa, Africa yina per country or African country. Wa bo busia bo mena buru soa eye Ghana. Wo per Africa country ya wa bo busia bo wontimi ntua eye Ghana. Wo per African country ya ne man ya say ya eye Ghana. So Vice President yeah, we are head economic management team. Only solution. But our solution is say Ghana beko electronic transport. Because all like ideas they say no. And pre ya we here brewe mu no. Only solution biya. And no me no be cast what's in nama. The real Ghana youth a journey free Ghana has say no. They want me in Europe. They want me in Canada. They want me in US. Oko Qatar, oko Kuwait, oko Dubai. Kwa nyuma de ya den krofo me ye etua omuka 3,000 Ghana cedis, 4,000 Ghana cedis. Enyuma de ya den krofo ye. Enyuma de ya den krofo ma eye ewo Kuwait, Qatar, eni Dubai, bosumi so a. Former President Mahama woso no, gas ye dom kwa Kuwait ni ye boso ni ene wote ho asemu biem. Because enipa edwane na yenu nyina kwanya ebedwane akope cleaning job bia ye nyina yenya ye bedwane ni yakọ enu no hia the current leadership ya Dr. Bawumia ni wo mu be president ye di say oman no labor force ni youth no obi apeso wodwane na no nurse student nurse ye ni di nkomoi o sinister wo ba ye school wa no mu no a kamia ye se obia wo school no bia the only passport wo ye bi the only passport no wo ye bi was in nursing training school one mono. More from 3. Oma your passport to you. More from 2. The only be yebi. From 1 for crab be mukrano. Every year passport because Oma will still mine. I have full useless leadership. They are so irresponsible. They almost wicked, almost criminals, almost bomb mine, almost sell mine. They don't care about the future generation. It is our dream. Said the idea American embassy, and you pay boo come fast. Said the Canadian embassy, and you pay boo come fast. Said the Nipa boo come fast. And all the embassies, Kata, and no money that didn't call for one more. So we are man penny, we are vice president, we are ruling party. Yeah, we do on mining punto or mining can crop. I dear we better say we baby son say on mining labor force, workforce, you to now on mine as a national. I will call and for because controller payroll and call our formula for 70 years, 80 years for the now was suffer more for them. 80 years no and I just controller payroll I can tell so. It is a youth no enya adwuma nya emfa wo mo ho omo be kwa wo mo nko e na sese no sankrofo wen na akufo ado ene na busua kuo no so support ba omia no omo hu se youth no wo krom ha se yade achi 7 December omo akoto obade atia wo mo nto mo nyina akwa be ko ama na kan kokora wafo de mere wafo na omo adwere ase no a enka wo mo wo Ghana ha. Because someone say, I remember when you full, I remember when time, omutimu odi, omutimu osum, oma destroy our mind, and we are mind musicanina, and you to know, and social media, and to be a who the akoso. Say leaders when they are so irresponsible, they don't care about one or adiacha baby abeda, near ubedie, see a casa unemployment rate, a jump yakoso. Na amo fa ho a enka NIB bank omo so mo ba beguno ama wo mo so asakwa kwotene fie wo ma agenda nyina na se social media ene abura wo ma die kro no ma bo o ma lutu state properties bibia ni sika no se youth no Ghana ha se ya o mo beji twia kwoto obade ete omo enti youth no be kwa kata akọ wo be kwa Dubai akọ wo be kwa Kuwait akọ yankopon bo na se wunya Europe akọ wunya Canada akọ wunya US akọ they don't care. Say o vice president ni no on na head economic management team a acha say country ni dey said ya ne say because on lack ideas economic management team no we head na we da no oninim die bia wa bon Dr. Bawumia wa bon papa wa your bon frankasa papa we e was say ye chi wo mo to woni ye hwa wo mo chi ma Dr. Bawumia no president Akufo-Addo I was saying ye chi wo mto na ke ye hwa wo machi ma pa ya ka wo ma hyedem ne ya bro wo mo ana na mudi abro sa say electronic transportation like seriously now mo ti Ashanti region na mo diwa machi gutafo na mo san wo mo gutafo na mo diwa machi mo dwa tira hye mo sika mo di ekra ne ma ba nyina hye mo ntimi nyi ne ma gutafo na mo diwa we mu achi we would Dr. Bawumia achi say Dr. Bawumia be the next president of this country because ni adwen abranya kwa bro na matras na abena wie a me kwa aba enu UK omu ye protest counter protest against fix
Occupy Julobi House
democracy almost my baba address wo me kwa aba na maba wo mo nsoso
se omu ye no na ebi mo so kanta yo asemo
otia abna otia brochire se obiti Ghana ha ensu nani wa wo otia brochire eye protest counter Occupy Julobi House
Debio, omuno eye in support of Occupy Julobi House.
Okay,
and na egophobia ha enso kwa
because egophobia dey no hu ye.
Aye.
And then all your placards health insurance. E dey ben.
Na sa ye friend say ambassador kwa wodwane fa backdoor kra. Ama eno so ebi mu kwa akohia no ho no mu nyina ne ade petition no amde kwa akoma no ko so wonye.
Se enkrofo mu protest. Na se won support to ahye wo dem
say ye Ghana afọ na frɛ wo mo bobo ma no so mo koye se
enti hye wo dem na se won hye wo dem a na ya frɛ mo se mo nko counter na ma counter because we ye MPP delegate or diaspora na no ye said diaspora for ne se be so mo nya 30,000 Ghana cedi obi a 30,000
wow
yes na no ye said per delegate conference no sa delegate o mo diaspora international o mo no obi anya 30,000 now they me kwaba abena come to say
erade adumo na mpacho na so e nyame ase de obo krata
erade nyame nkwa ka me ku ayi motor driver bi serious o ene je me ni se nkangu so me ade ni twa saa na me mo ahye me ba adwuma enti ayese ye kwan ya so laboni ha ye se mi fra me kan bazi ba na kan bi nsu free kwaku ba kon ba enti obi free ye street so ets main road enti mi fra me kan bazi ba no se me ngina amani pana so ntimi okay moto wudi machi o de mu nya se moto no akro so me atiese ye ti se ye street mu o se ono fi se me ngina ma di onu
ne ba betiesi kwan nim no aba nti no can you imagine na se wu gina kwa ma ono na ba se kwa no so bebo no
abena
e kwa no so kwa bebo no
me na me bo no to fom pew onna me kan anim so firi me chi na eba o se me gina
me kan say either way kra no se wu na wu gina mpa de ono so tiesim no petimi abo no e recklessness na ya na wo mo you reckless not less ya ba be sign
se me free anura na dwa me kofi me na be 10 minutes and 20 minutes
ultimi
me hu ya ne se me hu ya ne se po na me bo break na kwa no eni moto ni da me kan anim de me hu ya ne se po na nkofo di Jesus na akwa ne da me kan anim se me ka se me fi se we nu e be tiesim ti wo ba be na me se wo free me chi na eba o kada wo free me chi na eba me na me metikan wo na wo dwunu ma me se
wo dwunu ama ono kwa no de wo tiesim no so kwa betimi abo no
enu anya me oje me
eti either way nti no oh my goodness
wo me kan anim ho no a ohu bompa no hu ni se animu no ye bompa anasa de hin ye bonnet no da wo be hu ni se ho no mo no me se enti enne se me se ma da even 10 minutes kwa na me bo
untimi nna ba sa krache ne ho ye
na me kache ne se hwe utiri kwa
se next time ba be time
utiri kwa se metimi bo break na nka se na me ye mu shim ka ne fa wo so a ka me ja ka ne ho no nyina na nka me si na me ko na police fa be kukuru ne ka ne nyina akọ pa unu oda oni ni moto da me ka na nim se ya
omo e de sign ni pa
ba ho na madam take it easy please take it sir take it
let me say too much
na aboa se ka no kra anko fa ne
na so when pra
na be this speed because hon udu ho no na cars ni ti sim woni do no so ba na adwene on twen se bia wo begina na se wuje
senka ya wo mu ka no ma de se ka ne ye papa ne ade enti no wo mu de mi ka hwipa wo kwa so na sa driving na ka boy no ko nya no ti ni dim kwa o
enti ne pa me tuwe se ma da 10 minutes another be 1 2 hona me ka kire kwa me kwa che se
but when day adwuma no
minti me but me ni choice and am da so tie anyway
kafra take it easy but on say enya wo kwa na wo ka obi hu o me no na pressure o me so penti me ro ba kwa me ni aso da me say me ni twa wo so ko ye ni mo but na ye so ye ni abro wa pa
say my bread my stress out and I'm so okay well
num tia kafra wo be right asem wo mo do me say bu onum na me kokot na me sorry na me fa moto a empanifo pa no mu di matem me say da no papa panyimu pa lankusa wo ye ya na me say asem bi no baba ka na o se wo oba te se wo risk life what okada no ma ye basa oh se de wo mu si ye wo mu nyema ni to fo na obi e didi watem
because no be ti so anko ni nipa na beto
oni nipa na beto fo eti ama me kwa na say no because ofu okada se de nkofo be si di watem no ase che se wato kra ma bonsam nti na wote so because omo ride recklessly too much ye bompa set ne ho ebeto no kra we ye sign kwa na wode ba be sign wo eti nkrata no me ansa ne yesa asoso ebre no nti no ye boni tel me the daily graphic weekend special na AFT ase na chiame hene pani e wo Ghana mrahye bedwa fie wonimonyafo aban so manakensford baben na wode atu dwa wo kire se e ba no kabi ma men kabia wo kire se esesa ewiase nyina kandifo ehwe so obekura mu yie pa esan se wo se eno no aye kwan bi efa so ede bu man a eboa pa chese ye toto na se a ye nya papa bia sa chese ne eba ne soja mamu nya ne ade nya ade se eboa kra na chese no ye kratafe to so num na kratafe to so ensia ena sa me nipa be se aduonu 20 eno osusu se akwanhyerere esi ewo peki kwantempon so enam so ama wonum etina nanom sedwa we ye peki from mantem peki
oh okay
chese enya asem ketwa kwa wo hwe bus na sede esi amuni paare na pampa mu na hwe form sa no
Volta region
nipa base 20
na course neighboring countries maybe
ebetimi abasa
sa boda Volta region okay bi so one ma elodu free apply wonum ba
enti no na echese we no kwa de na wono okọ azokwe peki azokwe na chese won free Ghana ha no meye from mantem ho no ma na wo kwa chese wo free hokọ ya wodi na ni ache mu won kran na arehusem esi ya wo chese sabredi nipa ne be se 20 na osusu se wo mu etina nanom nse do aya arehusem by 20
wow
accident see
wow peki okay
chese yaro kasa eye wukuada no wukuada ya de ba bechen eye ba ne ya wada no so na chese arehusem esi ya eno no ayare hosem pa ewo hono mu nti no chese nipa na ete bus ni mu na mu ye be se eye 15 na nipa no bus ni mu eye 15 ena ebi nso so chese bus mienu akasa na di ehia eno nam so ema yes chese ba kono wo yafa ho eno wode ekohia eye bus kese eno ekohia bus kuma no Toyota mini bus ni bi eno na nam so ema akwanhia no esi sa ayare hosempa nipa bus 20 eno osisi obi a wo mo afa wo prekuro mu eti na nanom ense edo na wo daily graphic ni mu na yekwa akogina mu ewo kratafa etoso edumiensa ene enya asem keto akra akopiem ewo boti falls se ya wo kira sesi akwafa kwatantanti no akwansra ho nsem a esese ka omanfo betimi akọhọ no mu na esuo a chese ne esane tatatata sa efe ankasankasa ni nyina aboma akwansra ho nsem ekọ nanim no wo chese ekwan ye de kọhọ no mu nenam se ekwan no atete se konte benti no enya de se omanfo kwa ni gise wo bekọ akwansra ewo ho no munti eno so wonsam eno no mede the mirror the wakata no ena eto aso katafa to so ensia ena wode ababeto edwa wo chese okopiem ewo to obodomo a chese mabunu no titu ne wono ma efefe no a wo mu ekọ school no dodo na agya school a wo mu echese wo mu edidwa wamu di dwa wamu edi nyane se tomatoes mudwa ena wamu di eti ebimu edi omu ho agikuayomu tomatoes ekuayomu achese wodua toast tomudua toast na ebimu so akwakoton ne ade a wo kire se school wo kọ nyina no de wo kọ nyina ba be yese wo ba be yadwuma nyisika eti so wamu enya kwan wo mahu kwan ne so wo be yekua na ebimu so aton toast no a na achese ne eno ano ne tukopiem ewo bono mantamu a eho ena bono eye to obodom kro no ehye mantem ni mu bia arehosem a efiri honum eba eno no se mabunu dudu na kwada no agese wonom ko suku no age chesnis ss no na wo mo echese adwen a wo mo afa wo mo eje school si akuayo tomato farming ene ehu business na wonom eyem na katafe to so miensa na Regional Maritime University odisuani ba akon ho no mo sa media wakwakọ di senseme papa ni na ne se wono wodwe se wodada ne ho na se wonim se wontimi na ada ne ho na ada wo manfo sa wono waye no ho sa chese woye adwuma ewo Kolebu anase ho teaching hospital kra na chese woye gynecologist wo mo eba no se ema pomuden won sam nyina ne ade a wono mo ehwe no na chese no bi na woye ya ni nyina se ko de dada wo manfo no mu bi age wono mu ska eno na nam so amasa brei wakwakopiem ewo aseni bia akopiem ewo ho circuit court wo mo ahye ne se won konkwo twiri mu wongokwo twiri mu ewo aban kukumu na wo ba wo de beye adesua ho sem kra na che se wo manno bosumi nsia na se ne se ye 12,000 Ghana cedis se wontimi ntua de a eno ene obekwa twiri mu eti eno so ene ensem kaka ewo katafa etoso miensa eno nom me de the Spectator de bokrata no ena ebetu apo na wo hwe katafa etoso miensa na Ghana Tourism Authority and what I say enuane bi ewo Ghana mamu a edin e de frɛ no ntino e ma no enhye nkra so obi eye kokko no obepiem ewo ma Ghana mu a na sɛ wobɔ aduane didi no obusa sɛ na aduane a wobɔ ne din di ase kyerɛ ne sɛn na wucheche mu che nipa na e ma ne nye nipa na kɔnɔ kwa sɛ aduane no obedi bi wase aduane kama party sɛ konkonte sɛ ka ne nuane fufuo ɛso hwe fufuo sɛ de amrofo nyina aba Ghana wo mo de entre edi fufuo de entre di fufuo just obi kwa timi de fork nyina edi fufuo nyina ne ade a wo kyerɛ sɛ so obi pa nitimi bere sɛ wate fufuo nka fufuo no nya de yɛ ka ne bi de woni tintim no na so watumi pa sɛ wontumi fa ne nsa enten fiti ase ni to de atre edi a na sɛ ebere sɛ konkonte nso ne nua poten a no kwapo de nka ya hata ma na wa ya nyamo de nka na je sɛ ne ho adwuma no akɔfom a ne sa enti sɛ fufu aben wa brenya si a powder ya ba na nso no konkonte no edi ya bi ankofo de frɛ ni nti no ɛma enya ni kakra ankofo kwakwo no so obedi etu obi bepiem
why not
Ghana Tourism Authority say konkonte
omo be pay din ato so ana
wase konkonte na kasa mu hadwen na emom say di bi say face the wall Chris Brown ene no say basa ne say di ne nsem kran
enti say omo be pay din ato so ana
omo be pay din foforo de amana kran say bia konkonte say no omo de ato akufo ado eba se beba na ya kono fa
o se Ghana de
Ghana Tourism Authority
na almost say tourism one mo ne wo mu minister no ada omo ade ha wo
ji omo pa
se konkonte na ena edi adida so nti
na watchi omo di World Tourism Day nti eno na enam so ama wo mo ho nsemeda mountains
ende se no mu pedi abetu konkonte
ai se bia konkonte se bia no mo di konkonte ato akufu ado a ebema na ya kono pa
ministry na mu kura no kura minister no sector minister na mu no kura timi ka se obekwa akwache so obolo wa yi ase
ai nani abre opani nani abre pa
afa edu
konkonte so ai gobe ni ade nyina wo so ba be sesa ne din no ne ai gobe e ba sa na ha adwen gobe se nyoma mpani dada John Dramani Mahama kwana amana agidi ese gobe to the wiase aye ka gobe se na ka hye ne ni munyam sa entini wo so ba be sesa din no dodo na bi ti se body ya atoto se mo fe no Kofi Brookman how can you call was say aduane bo no mamro for be kro ma mo pe ba ka se Brookman ya okoto ebe ha no
when na atoto body ewo kwan ho a se broni bi pake ne ka na se obduru ho no ka chense ne di Kofi Brookman eye broni nim se ye roasted plantain ene wo kwa no akwa akoto eti no eno no na aba be kire se no se obi ye tourist no oba afa ne ye be kire ne se ya sesa ni
se bu obu o ka se roasted plantain obesa di aka na soso aka Kofi Brookman
body ya totum mi Kofi Brookman se Abraham kwa me mente sa di ni se e bia sakra no na mi wuko Ashanti region ho na kwa
Kofi Brookman no na nkran ha no ma na ya
na Volta region ho na kwa se Kofi Brookman na kwa Central region e bia kra hafo no mo na ja o ma yo humrofo no ma pedian de ato
because ha no kwa se gobe no kwa ye kokuma se na me no ayi no uso kuma so kan gari ni adua etiaro de komo enti no de bia komo sesa na nka beboa anu de be ye tourist na be na no mu dodo gari ni adua bebe se de
tourist no ye nka gari
gobe de be mo sesa no
gari ni beans
gari and beans
yes e be kan sa dia
but e bia na bi mu de AK ni be kan be chirechire mu gobe na nani anye ho nti so mu be sani na
but we kura no ye traditional foods a we asemani abere mu ya moka
gidi enfa nyam
Ghana ha ye waduane bia
hia bako
Banku Central region Banku num ni tilapia num eni sa wo mu nchinam kitikiti ukwa Ashanti region fufuo num ni ade ukwa Volta wo mu de ukwa Aya Northern region wo mu de na no when mu yet so tourism no mu kaka dey no so kura no so ye dey
se wo mu ni hwe nti sa entokwa de funu wa na ato ni akaka didi ehia niema wo hono mu pese mo hwe nwasem ka no ye nuane ye local foods no ba be se wa bra kobro ni krom a ebi ono so na duane bi din kwa no se wo ti ase kire kwa na
ka wa be westi utai
kenye bibi papa enti no no nti wo se wo mo ba be sesa edin ni bi a enhye nkura ye ma nkrofo kra ekon no aduane ni edie na wo de afuto so akwa ma mabunu ni titu ni emaya no ma teenagers no wo mo afefa sisuo na ase
okay obi message abram say Peki is not on Aflawo road
Mankasa Aflawo me say eye Fraumantam
o si Fraumantam
okay but Biana I voter region but Biana ayi na accident na esi ni ye azo something me boy Mankasa Aflawo yeah na me say Fraumantam you intino yeah the spectator katafa toso miensa hwa na wode afuto emma ya no se wonhwe wonum hu ye pa se woba enye ompempen so abedu abrabom ana se yebeka se woba ekonani wa abrabom a enye be ma nko se be ma eka ho na chese ne chese wusu akora de awon kan okora wo unimade efre no odo ana se mema sem wo se omma wo ma disua ho sem ehia wonum pa fa ho kwhye relationship bi mu konya kita ho ne be ma konya kita ho bi na wo mefa wo so emetwetwa mo meye obasa wo sesa ne ma na ekoso pa ya na enu no etimi enam so ma ema ya no
because the only survivor nipa nemu wo Ghana hazi majority of girls no abna enu na emo survive obi ye nurse ni wa wie nursing training 3 days Thursday me na me citizen show ye free training nurse o see ni mate nchese ni ba omu training nursing training school college one mo na the girls ne ya ne say enkofo kunu no
wanye hook up no
enu na o se obi free school mu Friday a je say ma Sunday anadwo oba beda because school no otua fees ni parents atua feeding fee na omu tua ka ho no bibia nka ho biem mi wa so no dan no kwa aduane bia ni ho no ma wo kwa akodi wanu ho no ntaba be kona aduane na aduane ye ko ho eti no ono no ye student no onya adwuma bia wo school ho no obere no survive enti no sa advice no mo de ma no mo fa advice no enkoma president obi awie teacher training otifie aye ne service awie wa hwe licensure exams 2 years 3 years otifie obi so awie ni yese licensure exams so wontwa aye impost no how do you want the person to survive na se nipa no kwa no wonko into even entrepreneurship kwanye sika na ye de ye wa ankodi be ma bi echi a obeden no wanya sika e dia aye bibi obi ye graduate abena wase wanya adwuma ye busumi ye tua ne cut 600 Ghana cedis
ni TNT kura ntimi
ntimi sika ntimi fa ni ntwa 2 weeks so it's not about say bia ho edu ba bia se oba no uya na se bia wonya adwuma bi papa bi ye e bia adwuma bi ye kakra na se salary ni ye kakra na afi no tititi ne ma bi so no hu se enti sati bia na mi wo mi na ya ho kire because ubeto nku a ubesra ubeye wuti baby a ubeda baby a ubetina ubeto pad bills ahoduo e bia fi a wutie eye prepaid ye beka say drew so won so handuma
akosi akromfo ni bi kura de nya asem keka kwa
sa advice we say na moma no advice ni de obeba o but baby o say wo de ko eye president Akufo na fama ne say because o ma o mani mu aye de ama abenahwe
because ye fa ye fu pan sha na no mi hu ka cha kwada wo ko school so fa ye video bi
na girls bi aso mo ka say prostitution kura so won fa so obeka so ye graduate
and so obi kura bonyom sa ayi friend says a good girl no dey pay us reben dey be wo so ho na ba eye dey and no na
because we invest 4 years we are service we o ti fi o shede hu ni adwuma yi but ade asa adwuma
kura sika le nso
ade a chena sabena edura nyumere no odwale etwitwi nanim kokogina kwa ho wa okonkoda na bi okura 100 200
eno kwa de sie de Ghana no de aye maframamfrafo no Nigeria fo ne ade na eye
Ghana fo
but omu wo mu but me who how to put it but Ghana fo no de sie de hook up no matia so mpa so omu jegina kwa no de won se bia wanye de ya obi nua no obi be hu obi eti no wo mu de ende omo ya na underground hook up ne pa no wo mu ye no mo jina kwa no akasa na koye Benin Nigeria for foreigners no wo mu pa na esi omu jegina kwa wo de hook up no esi de hook up ne de enya asem keto akwa tertiary universities universities ni say platforms ahodo no ma bie
okay
na wo mo enti no ebu say usually kwa mema na ye omo ye admin no
okay
mema pims no and wono na ti ne group na che say wono so say bia mi say na bia mi nipa bia na me so me introduce you mo the platform
mema na che say platform no so no enti na admin ni ada no mo pe mema mama na mo
ni mema nyina wo so
okay
mema ni mema nyina wo so enti no say na nya say bia mo wo so no nko a but obi betimi afiri abonten a wo pe obi a admin betimi a link no en nyina ne ade enti no kwa mo fa so ye ne de nana ensembe bre
awusu for me siam jablenya ko na de ubokrata na memne da no pay de eba ye no wa be pensempensemu abubobubobubomu na ode amaye ene anopay na yentwe ye ho tew na ye mra ye ba na yentoa so emfa emam
Give us P capsules. A memedry. Manum bia ye benemu. Kani metutu ya na minkuma bo asese de. Beto esa kum menia G. Give us P capsules.
Give it to me, baby.
Give us core capsules nso e.
Emma ne mema nyina akoko yade. Sisi yade amamanya yam timotete wo mo no. Yedro no no. Manum bi amama de me ho.
Give us core capsules. Mesisi mo ye din. Give us core capsules.
I give it to you, baby. You give it to me.
Oh yeah.
Hey. Give us no. Amen ni gia bebusia mu papa. Na bema ka give us P capsules. Eni give us core capsules bomu nom dia. Na eni gia ni ahoden no.
Wa brudo.
Give us P capsules.
Ememe wadi ifiedu watwede kronkwan na efa.
Give us core capsules.
Apemfo abatan wo mo manufo ne nkwada wo ne ifiedu mienu nka ho. E wo drugstore bia motofo nko Give us Herbal Center, Teshi Mobile, and Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and 050-68-51135.
FD Ashusha Sa Ejedi Enkrato Imu Adia to Muse Eye.
CMGC Kachadio!
Near here, say, Ubebo star 413 house. I will MTN peso. I'm going to no one said, come what dear. I CMGC Kachadio promotion. Yeah, I feel yes, you better do. Some person when you CMGC Kachadio Bia, and you're quite well now, Befaso. Step 1, but star 413 hash. I will MTN so. Step 2, choose a cry FM. Now, dear, the prompt in it. Esua wo so asikamu nyina ebe kwa na wie yama Sika Chadia promotion eye cash in and win big promotion. When you are dear wasawaye, win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shaniswo, Dudu Bia wo taxi, and dear star 413 hashado, and never more Gwenya say, Umedinkunim, our CMG Sika dear promotion so. A cashback from Class Media Group, Kaihuna say, Sa Jumedia way, and she shared the home, the National Lottery Authority, our Caritas Lottery Platform, and a boy chidom. Unyam Fisher don't watch it airqua, one Kajumedia home.
CMGC Kachadio!
Hey, say the Mako who our Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no. Me who crave you me. Say enunti no manya award wa. Eya word best. Obian transe Emma Dumpem ya de. Ka say anase mo boya de enkan to dem bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Asanya want to say ni ekuro etu no. Ni enka ewana num. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyarewan kaye.
Nansi ma meka say ene spinal cord ho ekaye no. Greenfield ada romenti ene wasa so de gina na so epiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machine sir. Associated Pediani Mwankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Nungwa Dogon, Estate Junction, last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
abusuafo akra 100.5 FM so eni nkrofo send me message say adehye omo amfa ba yanya ne ntiye se omo ye adwuma kakra bi enti no emrepam no se emrebam na yenwie show na omo befa show no e dia momanfo a onso ewo Ashanti region. Okay, enti ansa na mebe kona meka enura ye nyina nim face the country movement Julobi house protester eba so ye wi echa police for buru bi nom ne ade ni nyina ye unemployment rate ekoso wo Ghana ha sei ni nyina ye corruption mismanagement reckless expenditure eno na ama Ghana asei enye covid ne ma Ghana sei ye enye Russia Ukraine war ne ma Ghana sei ye because we ye Bank of Ghana governor na wankasa wo books a wasua unim die wusua hunu ye wanya am abeye doctor Ernest Addison, one of deputies, one of board of directors. Muan kasa mu buku a musua ye kire mo say. Mo na wu twasika egu system mu no. Na inflation kosro, inflation na kosro. Na wo ye adwuma na wo ye no. Central Bank no wo ne mra wo de ye adwuma. Wo violate busu mo minus say. Wetwa sika twa mo minus say ena sika no so a wotwa ya no a wo mo a wodi wo mo ka wo mfantua loan no a ye agye no so no a wo mo a ye de wo mo ka ye mfantua yenyi loan emfancy school yenyi loan emfancy hospital yenyi loan emfanya akwan eno ami hu sesofo bi bo mpaye se wo hia wa Ghana emu Nyankopon mesika mrem potholes Nyankopon fele oh yentwa sika emfanya kwan yentwa sika emfantua ye ho aka na no se emsese 2 weeks ni school feeding caterers menya nti yese aban de wo mo ka na aban aye part payment de ama wo mo MPP aban enye problem solver se crisis way or how way na ye solve na emom no ade a wo mo ya ne se omo be yusu nipa adwen school feeding caterers omo Ghana ha nyina ye delegate MPP delegate 99% MPP delegate okomi kromu afijasa square constituency ya MP you free year you Dr. free year you ana afagoda no ya afag ya omo so ye kofo boy ni alam boy etekufo adomo ba ya oma mafia na mafia no a ene waton ni nyansa ni nanim di akoji sika last minute odi ba omi achi e constituency Jomama NDC time no mu no school feeding Methodist school a yesena na ma wodia Private school as kwame kwache wodia Roman school as abranya akwodia but MPP be no ma anya ne sa Methodist school a yes police station executives 15 munyina ha ye modia Roman school a yes police station where executives we say 20 we ye modia it is school feeding no a wo mo eye no including one more omo senior school so a day student omo feed wo mo no day school so omo feed wo mo no omo nyina ya MPP delegate it's ahead of November 4th sa omo your friend say election na wo mo ko no akwa presidential candidate no eno ma ya fast ene ka wo mo di wo mo matwa bi di ama wo mo but enipa dwen esa well see de okom ji anu wo menye enti ono abane de nika we su a whole time ya wo Ghana ha one time school feeding caterers anko school anko no aduane amanko dani a whole time na time kura wo mko no week no akọ 2 days no akọ no se ennuane funu no de amanko da no mu di because abane ntua say abane be find a lasting solution to that crisis no say basic school feeding egu onto caterers ni kan wentia o but Baumia must win at all costs. He says maka say contest be any baby a enti fast caterers no o makoye part payment o musika no akotu e bi di ama wo mo ye chase kan bi ama ye yo ye sika ni bi aba o ye sika ni bi abo because percentage a o mo hwehwe e de ama Dr. Baumia no sa executives no omo coupons no mo kwa akoto aba no na so omo de abufuo any frustration na ekwa any percentage no omu nyama Dr. Bawumia but se wo di nipa ne ka na wuntie ne nyina kwa watua kakra de amano a ohwe no so ai ena se no Ghana hanom no say school feeding creators ni nyina no omu nyina beto aba ma MPP because on him say sabane de ne ka 1 year akura ne party ne wo so de bi da mra wo betua but say MPP ko opposition say the president Akufo-Addo ba ya NDC creators bi afiri krofo nuane akwaje aban bosia anu anuane de ama nkrofo media 7 years ni wantua no saa na MPP su ko opposition school feeding creators ya MPP ba ya mo je adwuma ne de ma mo no saban na ntua mo ka mo so say MPP better opposition 8 years 12 years ya mo kan hu say age say MPP aba power no manyam sika to beto aba de ama MPP ene de ai o mo ankasa kro mu nim to beto 18 fast na say ya ka to mu trim say Bawumia anwini a 2024 yentimi nwini Bawumia anwini a 2024 yentimi nwini entinu anu no na anu nurse ni ya ene ne kasa ya wo sun wo so wo kwa ne sika ni ye nurse na lawa onya bi da omo form 3 omunya alawa da ye no no bu minta akando ranking member head committee of parliament onu so nim ye pass 2 to 3 years ni nurse na lawa enko da what is teacher for kasa stakeholders what is omo kasa because omu suro na dia omu ye nyina dan say Bawumia must win at all cost etu be unu so omu ntua o one way year afidio omu nisika election year 2024 no ma ka 3 months abom no omu etu ama wo mu do ombe ya no enkura ni ko school na 2 years 3 years no omu ntua la wada no Dr. Bawumia kwa akoye book ya wo da chire MPP achievement so man restore teacher training allowance o man restore nursing training allowances meanwhile 3 years ni omo wieye ekoye o ma brabo nko o ma ma ne yankumu ntua omo wom 3 years ni binji bi da 2 years ni obi anji bi da every semester bia no fees ye increase no form 1 for ko mu ko che fees 4000 ade be che mo ma kon fees no issue to extra 5000 say nursing ya salary schools yesi dunkwaro film nyina keka ho omo ye double tracking ni bi wo ho form 2 for am quality fie yeso on be ko school January omo ma kwan August on be ko school next year na nursing training obetina fie 6 months enu ho asem da ho na sa ase sa ni ma we yi ekosu nyina no ya omu ntialawa mi teacher training bi kasai o se na first no o call ni first na ye 200 o ma te so di aba 140 no 7 months wo hwa se ba kwatom 8 months wo hwa se ba kwatom o so be wie school November 3 years ni no onyi teacher training alawa e best 6 but eda oma no omo de be ye campaign be BNPP communicators gina bia no omo de ye campaign edwa Ghana fo asum say MPP aban I restore teacher training nursing training alawa meanwhile they are not paying omo tua na do omo ye nyina so omo twen 2024 na nurse fo no omo tua 3 months teacher fo no maka bom omo tua 4 months na bese 24 months ase bese 30 months na asiegu na wo ye leader na sa wadwene ye ntro chasa wadwene utimu adwene nyina ye ntro akohwie ne ntro chese de kura MPP fo na mo ye na do mahama kazo ndo yodwanfru na nursing training ala woso wontua teacher training ala woso wontua do mahama so wontua wo ye tertiary student what tertiary institution also qualify SNIT loan kona kokwa jibi enen komu benya na nka SNIT loan enka omu jibi enkonen komu benya na nka say the former president John Mahama Frasiye ACC hospitals regional hospitals expansion project na ekoso district hospitals for frani ACC cheap compounds for frani ACC new hospitals and ACC no omu benya na nka sa SNIT loan no sa policy no da hono mo de ma wo mu na nko ma apply na nka hospitals yesisi ni bebre no mu wi a o ma nya adwuma ye obi wa form 3 okuta passport o wi ya ne kwa na Ghana ha because o man ye o man no president Akufo-Addo destroy o man no obi wa form 2 na adwuni nyara sa sebe ya o be wi kura no no be free sa o man we mu kura no wako because the next 10 to 20 years no Ghana future say president Akufo-Addo akokora wa bone wa destroy o man no so enra sa counter the protest na ekoso se UK me the video na mamo mon show sa video ni fama me Occupy Julobi House ena yesi enkrofo fronso bi and then okay so story ni story no enie concerned citizens of Ghana in the UK are not convinced that the frivolous and unmerited claims by the organizers of the so-called Occupy Julobi House have any legitimacy. Not just a Ghana phobia. Omo United Kingdom say Occupy Julobi House organizers no. Omo sama no omo kano eni nyina so eyensemmunu yembongu. Eti Mr. Omo show video ni mfama me. Eti nura no enkrofo bi ye protest. Ena Ghana fo bi nso sorry ye eko counter ye se eye nkwase asem so bi betina Ghana ha say ono no organize protest against President Akufo-Addo ene ni leadership na ban se omo ye Julobi omo ye akromfo eti wo ti UK wo se chese ye na ye ti Ghana hanum na ye esuo no eye nkwase asem se ye besu she okay mobile renewal of health insurance membership adie na ekuta no kwa no wonte ase mobile renewal of health insurance adie na ekuta nipa na oje ababa wa ena da na same wonto aka no so obi firi Ghana na otukwa akotena broche no nkire se so oni oye kurasi ne okọ enani abi onani ate so obi ti Ghana ha na oye kurasi ne a so onim nyansa the fact say what na wiem share play mu akotena UK akotena US no enu ne nkire se se dipa ko no otu kwai ko hu na ni bie se o man na develop bibia infrastructure bibia system ye adwuma no enu nkire se enipa no na ni bete obehunu nyansa na ni bebie oti UK National Digital Property and Address System oti UK ekuta we hwe papa yo mema yo mugina hwenu sa mema we mu omo wo pipa eti no mu sori pieye ni pipa ekura no every 2 years bi ade be ware age 20,000 pounds 2 years ogina hwenu 10 years no mu je men kata che no omo kura sa placards na ekura mema no a wa mo no ye counter demonstration thank you for Ghana card can you imagine now just omo nimu nyansa utimu se de bia me ka se e ba Ghana politics a o pe Ghana fo mo ye gullible omo adwiri mu oha na omo show maturity our Ghana politics mu a ubenya majority wa Ghana fo mu guabu ochiri gold purchase program by Bank of Ghana unimu nyansa pa kokora wa wanimu afudwuno unimu nyansa waja wadwene unimu nyansa wo papa panimu wei gold purchase ena oye bo ba asai omugina ho mema no omugina ho no omo no omo yire no na tete enso omo paper every 2 years bi wade ware age 20,000 pounds enti 10 years ni 20,000 20 aware 5 eje ya bisa se sika se no obenya ema no nso awomu womu no nso no omo no omo kunu na tie no wa apply ewo UK aban wonu so wani kunu ne man ne manum na aban ne manisika aban na man dan free en wotimwo eti wo haw ne amane agana fo na mu no ono wonte ne man ne manum UK aban amane dan free obeka kira man so wonya adwuma wakoye adwuma 4 hours ne man no obejo mu nyina hu sika otidam free ne bills nyina aban ne tua de ma no eti si yate ase ne Yesu a ono te Ghana ho no mu a onimu nyansa eti mu gina bonten COVID ba ye Europe UK kan United Kingdom enyuma vacancies enyuma mu deda ho ya wo mo pen krofo mo ma ya adwuma mu nya bi nye COVID ba ye Ghana enkrofo nyuma egu krofo nyuma egu enkrofo nya adwuma nye President Akufo-Addo COVID ba ye sika wa senwo wuti UK wonimu nyansa wo ye counter protest Occupy Julobi House etu de onimu nyansa se papa akokore we abedi wo manya kenta suo and so 330 million Ghana cedis etu amena nsuo to apa ntontom awi ni pa won kran ha ya says 330 million Ghana cedis no ebetimi abi adwuma mani pa nya biaye ajaji fo fie ya the late president me squaji loan esi mansion wo regi ha e ma ajaji fo so wo ntem akokora boni amamuo wa bu adan ni nyina mansion ni nyina etoto aso no wa bu ni nyina agu ene la boni ha apartment ye tua dollars millions of dollars and ajaji fo ye do wo man ni sika esan so rent e de ma ajaji fo tim oti abroche wonimu nyansa enti wo de utu kwa kwatena UK na system eye juma you are talking about health insurance health minister akachire Ghana for say and the health insurance card ekutawa enye hwe because oko hospital kra ye doctor for the nurse for tene wo ho hwew ye ma waduro kura aduro no enya papa no eno ne yedi ma wo ugina UK because of politics inti because ono de oti UK ono oye MPP ni party colors efrene ni eti se memwo ne ya fun tan se de be kura o support oti UK hono mo na akufu ado baaye e be pemi se America ba akukura wo ntimi yi ene omo de ka ba wo mu ntimi yi enti brana no obi ya president na muyi niama wote ye friend say Jubilee e hono mo abo akenten so container tata so amode niama eba no enti mu de na enya mo fe obi bedi president see hospitals enti wo bagana wo du kotika international portamra thread ye wo hunu no obi sanu adwuma no wote UK no wo de chese wo ye kurasi ni wo Ghana ade kwatena UK enti da so ye kurasi ni wani nte ye nya wo fe enti sande ma fu krono mismanagement corruption na akoso no unemployment rate shoot to Ghana youth any future adwuma ni ha na se enketesia ne mrante youth no atiesi protest ya wo te UK onya adwuma wo mana wo manum wo je ho sika edi ni free no ye protest wo te UK eye counter protest what UK ya counter protest Yako Bank of Ghana so what UK one mo prime minister oba wo di say en wo koy mo prime minister ba wo di say en wo koy system na ye adwuma so what UK one mo Bank of United Kingdom say central governor no ebetimi ama bank na aboka 60 billion pounds na so be sa atena ho no mo a matu kwa kwadru abochire madwini nya chese mwani nteye mwani bieye nyansa ma mutim chese nkurase ye bia na mode te Ghana ha no eno na mode akwakotena UK ho saa etimu ye counter protest occupy Julobi house muda dem free wo sorry ya wo ma card so ayale ya wo hospital insurance cover COVID ba ya na ye tua COVID levy no uti UK a country ben what is ye tua COVID levy COVID buy ya no a ye tu so bom within a year ya two utility tariffs over 150%. COVID buy ya ho ache no apply for social na aban e ma usika ada na Ghana for mu guabrochire mo ya de ma ne ye nipa ya sa COVID buy ye tua COVID levy COVID buy ya ho kira Ghana for mu nyina no krofo nya nwuma anya no nwuma abusu wo UK no ye te Ghana ha se tua COVID levy what ya brochire wo chire wan apply na wo mo ma wiska ye protest wo ye counter protest because class ye bia na de Ghana say class ye bia na de UK ho abusuafo kra 100.5 FM su eni Charles McCarthy editor the Hawk newspaper Kwajo Yabua former Ayawaso West Wagon constituency youth organizer Alistair Nelson social commentator enso adjourn me ene anopay abusua eba ni ababa beye adwuma abusua for good morning Kwajo
good morning
sir
why at some point with me
that is what I know because
so what? So you know that what?
And you know after
is you don't obey a social commentator.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't be questioning me on this one.
I'm not questioning.
It seems like
as you think I can do so. Why don't you rather question the communications of the NDC? Why I'm not a member? Please, let's go on. Please, I'm here to have the discussion. Don't come and question my identity. I will not take it from you.
Yeah. Set master here the topic to her. Now we're doing after town baba swana na men too many times.
Alistair ye nipa ono nim si ye ne betimi.
Oma we no betimi di chairman of political party. Actually also ono de you may address for any political party enwa. Party as anamebo. Chairman PNC former chairman friends say.
Bernard
Mona. And on radio bia so political something. Just do adwuma we PNC mu nyina on kan ho biem. E be na yi Our guy, fan also be Jaware. Political warrior na make am.
Alote Jacob Kras is on Kras where the social commentator.
Alote Jacob I am regional chairman. Bernard Mona national chairman. But we be an check say go small position. Now the leading party political party now we be they do what sembe 8 years so we are also can be will be.
But your friend you addressing as the former national chairman of the
Oba better I am check my Facebook name of the man. Mr. Mopa Facebook why. Yeah. O convene what?
Okay, Arise Ghana.
When Arise Ghana buy. Convene ben.
So can Arise Ghana.
Oh, there be. I say no win. What? The person do na hu ni say. The one mo warrior na mo je warrior ni sa na ma politics ye nye de. I say ya na mo fi. What say? I want to also resign.
31 years.
Listen to me. What's Alan my resign? Resign different from so who say yeah who that also change way. But I remember when we were in Doom. Less than 2-3 hours per 20 is correct. You know kwa na better different name.
I remember I read the call NDC no. Munte 3 case in the buy.
Yes.
Indum was against Romo Musani petition.
Okay.
Some release you.
Yes, some release you.
Okay.
And NDC for support too. Say you new. NDC for show no.
Okay, until what they call NDC. Alista. Okay, shawanu.
The fact.
I'm saying that our studio be na be na e wa hoto. Okay, obi. And then we udi boni we are try now here. So you boy udi boni we are try now be pana no. Our retire no oka no. Any Bernard Mona asema oka no. Do be bia me ne be pem so o ala asem so. And we are retire kese papa 31 years. Awari from wari e now you be young executives young executives forum for chairman of the party who resist at the Boa party no Nigeria Kufuor Kran going to me winning and you modimbo into no winning power no who do on you and you say you ko US study ambassador
Alista because how say we say here how man can say we Mr. Pacho.
Yo, Martin.
Allow me.
The conspiracy within the MPP now is laying there.
And one major issue, yeah.
The Bank of Ghana Assembly ade.
Mr. Alista.
Demonstration no near den. One say Kojo Bibi wo hati o. One say what here jamwa wa fanam. Na o si train o unity na answer makoji. Sa na ya no. Anko fa nam na ba den esi so. Adisi wa chedo do boni odi me and I make us a demonstration who have permission
and you was starting and starting free wa BOG 10 October say Tuesday coming protest no at least our yen starting free on
you Ghana for that was me akwanya modi amaya na pay Alhaji said do agongo no wenye sika we be radio we hunyansa anapay wa maya akwanya ya ba ya betra any Alhaji Said Sinari and a former chief of staff Julius Zebra baby Obiano we share the power na pay she mufi say enkwale bi wo Ghana ha and amo na na do danko akufado na bi no krata bebre aba de BOG na ye wo ho no America no ase nama ye de ama no nama ye nyina ye didi ye dok no e bi didi gare e bi didi ye mo any Bank of Ghana na ye ka sikakra bia ekito oman no a ejira oman na chi and ejuma ni say obo oman na akoma and sure oman no ni sikasem mu bebi oko bia adani mu se wo amnamu onu no behwe na sika no etumi ejira oman na chi ye na oko amama bi so ayeka central banker na omajuma omu ye ni say they make sure that the currency is able to withstand production and distribution in order that a job the international market ni ade ni nyira no benya fapim no betumi di saadwa no ye de no uhwemu a enti sa uhwe kwa first one ye Bank of Ghana say Bank of Ghana mbebua Ghana even how the Bank of Ghana was used in the 70s because a champon or can say yentua policy in intino all international finance organizations came against him, so we had to use the central bank at the time in the 70s to finance our development from BBR, from housing, from BBR agriculture. In agriculture there was grains development, there was cocoa development, certainly any syndicated loan. near the Bank of Ghana yana provide sika near the to ye koko yi nti Bank of Ghana na jira penyamayen ebi na JM ba ya Bank of Ghana eko sini hospital o ti akonwa so corporate social responsibility say there amoka no Bank of Ghana na say Bank of Ghana no o si o ma o man say o kwa man bi so na make no ye ka private sector onu anka say to me the okopesika no be pay ankra go to China and go and find out what their central banks are doing. They are looking for individuals and turning that private capacity and entrepreneurial ability in them for national use. Wow, man support. Then they create a market for you to be able to do business, employ people, to be able to open factories. Yeah, they are in this. Now, me they see what Bank of Ghana and I say now it's because it's as a result of a state capture that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his people, his cohorts who have come to power, power no. The ordinary finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta, Obi be minim say only co-president. We didn't elect him, but he's a co-president to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. E basika semu yenkana na power Nana Addo Jenny nyina amano. And onu so di nyansakwa na bae. Wa ambassador obebo man no. Me debia meka and I have evidence. Kwa fast so bae obeti data bank. E wo Ghana ha. The records are there for us to show. Or buy an apabia no mu ya sorry what to say nyamsumbia. In the end, go and ask those people who put their money at data bank. There akosi. Orake ligajepo. Ne papa called it busia bomb $20,000. They didn't pay until the old man died. Until we knew Okoye Juma or Salomon Brothers, we have his record and what he can be able to do. Say any part of your money, Sikamano. Look at this time. For the first time, an investment banker who became a finance minister in 7 years has rather depleted all the sources of state funding. Sika abandi gu wose or the two or milechi sefa cocoa fund, road fund. Say sika ni nyina we disika ni nyina wa penya sakwan sika no de bemu kura no say de akosia wa. He calls himself an investment banker who is finance minister of the state. So Usha, he bought his team and that the team is playing to his game. His team JRDC no kahun governor no or kahun a host of them you fit grant or they want to strategic places Albert and Comfortokran the Adumakus he brought all of them the already CBG Sesiano he brought all of them from the data bank setting into a school home in order to make profit in managing the state's finance. Into Bank of Ghana day for my cocoa a commodity like cocoa ya boka in the past 7 years and the Bank of Ghana sits and watch and there's nothing happening. For the past 31 years, a loan edgy, a central bank. Why wouldn't you have the wisdom? So 1.8 billion every over 31 years, no. So Betty says he can be at war in order to create a commodity bank to help the cocoa purchases over the years, in order to save cocoa production from Galamsey. The Bank of Ghana has a big role to play. 31 years, yeah, the loan bar. No Bank of Ghana no bo say because when ya dollars abeguni reserve mu no dey here do ope no asa be pegi price am farmers we say nya ho faso nti cocoa sika ni buy no ope but on fanyansa bia amwa cocoa farmers. Look at all our commodities, look at our minerals and minerals development. So senior gold e jire sika bi echi e wo US ni UK ni Germany ni ade. We are a gold producing country. What has our gold done for us when it comes to our currency? Shediaba Ejapade Omampeni Otiso in his taste to get acquire wealth using the authority we have given him decides to go and set aside part of our gold proceeds. Who told him that? At some point nationalize the mines. At some point you spoke against as General Secretary of the People's Movement for Freedom and Justice. He nationalized the mines. He put all the money in the state coffers and used it for development. Look at you. At some point was short. Look at you and look at what you are doing with the central bank. You are not shy. Addison should have resigned by now. And I make her say, when we are nominal, I could try baby and yet baby say, young train, die bekono, a jamani nam, while we Sadia can look. I'm telling you, the demonstration is not enough. We must move a step further. And how do we do it? Some conform free data bank as if only Iraq and Ufurata Diomuba, Abemu. We must report them to the international community to freeze their accounts if we are to find our money. Because if you look within the setup, there's no development. Also, basically 350 schools. The central bank has never been able to support education in any way. Let us go back into history what we did with the central bank in the 70s in terms of education. Today we have not been able to do it. This same central bank sits there. They see free education. What has been the contribution of the central bank to support the free education policy? We want to know. Nothing. Share healthcare. Look at how healthcare nurses need Janimunsu. Train more of them. Train more. You can. That is why John Mahama in his wisdom said that look, in the days when we needed the nurses in our hospitals and other things, we have to entice them to come on board. These days there are many more people who are rather yearning to come into the profession. So rather we must open up for them to take a loan, to make give many more spaces for others to be able to train quickly within the same period of time. Musi loan, my student loan. You cannot sustain it. You cannot expand to create more openings for many more young people who could have been trained as nurses within the same period. So that if many millions are going, many more will come. After all, remember that so they remit us. And I make a tell you, if it is not for some of these remittances in Ukraine and combine a good intermediate, the American Basin say, me central bank for me, baby, I'm a team of banqueters, me home, Obia and Obia, but politicians in the recent past have also gone into the employment cycle of the Bank of Ghana. And Bank of Ghana. So it has not. I've not seen the Bank of Ghana advertise and ask for people to write for applications. I've never seen it in the past 30 years. I don't know how they pick their people, and they are there, and they don't even think about Omaino. Yesikasem, Kwabafaso Yesikasem Ebejina. Now Boka 60.8 billion. There's nothing to show. Our industries, look at where they are. Look at entrepreneurship, young men entrepreneurship. Government is not able to create a market. The central bank is not able to create a market with all these losses. Look at the bank's collapse. Individuals who lost their properties within the setup. Where is the assurances for those whose monies were invested, who up until now have not gotten anything from government? Where is the assurance?
Entina, yako that protest no.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Sir, Mubako no ari nam na wie. That no we nam now. This one is spontaneous. Equal and opposite. You don't need to tell anybody. Me, I've gone on demonstration time. I'm be one. Now, yeah, Papa, sorry, yeah, Papa, Dr. Papa, could see him. So time, no, na me not trust in a dim common or Millennium Challenge account. No, ni mubi and they buy. Quite fast was scanning buy any and one. Into that no mubi no. Ah, me sure listen. Didn't count. I'm saying me. I'll make a public noise about this. Into no one mommy warning. Say don't go and do anything about anything. I'm saying me call. Jana pano na me swag cruise. I educated people that
one want be free police.
I didn't need it. At that time now, police more she seen there. Be a thinker. Yeah, director of operations. Ultimacy. Yeah. That's that time no dankwe no divisional command or doko. Na more me say more shankasa. Ye kwa machi. Ye did this by 6 o'clock. I was chasing my telephone line. When he could go upon Kruma so AMP. He was on Joy FM. They were chasing me to just speak on air. And I had to come and clarify issues. Mujere Kufuor came somewhere and responded to what I was saying. But once he brought himself into the debate, I had to tell him. I gave a historical account of how the Millennium Challenge account came about and how his ministers, they failed from J.H. Mensah, Professor Jan, Bafo, and then Osafo Mafo, how they failed to be able to translate the memorandum that had been given to them to receive the cash on our behalf. So I'm saying that we have so many. If you go to Singapore, what they use their central bank for, it is to support their development and their transformation. We have not done it. Now, 60 billion, we see the money is in their suits, it's in their bedrooms, it's in their underground garages. I'm saying we are waiting for the day to change them, and when that day comes, there will be wealth redistribution in this country. I'm telling you, nobody's threatening anybody. Nobody, because why? How do you take all this money, 60.8 billion, no factories to show, no schools to show, no new hospitals to show, no new towns and cities? You say we're creating new regional capitals.
What the contractors come on?
Obia from food to road to why? What is it? I don't know. Chalo shocking you. Oba president and don't know about it. That any can I you gafu. I don't know. That be in the president and you can. That be people for them. You can have him by show for them. Chale, I don't know. Boni me bear me da ke Obaba ye president ni. Oba chake da no. Oba chake Ghana no. Oje click deke national life ni. Asma neke omo Obaba fi. Got to show here private jet say can you be okwe ma ni ma hi. Kuma ni ma ya she. Call ye ni cable. Kuma any ma ya she hi kra call ye jekpo ye ni ma. No bakanishi bojenche. femo jockey no keba no back up on mam ye do no ya no ya mambiye no taje no ye wala oye pa mambia no ta to mi kan bi odoko adodako aye mi kebole bi yo
kwajo chiremu kakra ma nse mo kakwa me
dia won kan se dia won kan se simple se kufu ado
we no
o se kufu ado obebedi a o mampani no na Ghana fo nim se oba ya de papa because the way o kasa ya oba no dia nya mo bro to oba man no oba ya de yire fi ne ho ene wo ginani etu ofi ba bia no fi ni ma ho no omra me hedo Ghana fo bre na ho na mpe o ya wese no onya research akufu ado tu ni ma nya ne o wini anche bia no tu o ni ma ka police for ne kokko ne mponchi ne go Akufo-Addo is no more there, so please do your research well.
Yeah, time scan na request say when you mponchi ni nwane ngo.
Oh, anti obi. Makati say hono nam da bia. Makati hono man we confirm. What two other na ndo nti. To be do police for no say ensuo kra ga so munya bi nom no. Omoto nsuo wo kwa nda da bi say Makati ye twem mo afre piota no say we nyina enya professional. President fie.
Enim ya police.
Enim na police for afre nsuo na ye to piota. What do you want bottle? Normal piota no atonum. Na we so bi oton so no so ya man bibi so nye bibi so beto poison omo anya professional way ese mo so ni do e dia listen na nkomo na Akufo-Addo dia omo nya gidi omo ana omo nya gidi because Akufo-Addo yire because now ni alista mo nyina bonko mo anya hwe o sister ho yemi ye sister be yemi alo echi want e be mi me buza want to do na do
first lady who can say
oh me so no nti ana mo ni pray ye I remember when Alisa the minute they say what you say Alisa no ka say bibia before then obo chire kura say enya hwe me anti omu bi ebe yi gagagagra want so that so omu ye or entimia komra me ba kwanya so me chie tiefo ne ahwefo ya wan me ni an odi jaba ijado odi biaba na me just Bank of Ghana issue na NFS wana me boa so me dey woni me say me support that way no me support that because
support occupy
no me who say this emphasis obi a shede ni so obia won opinion no
okay
e dey mo obi nyobia no nsi bone obia won opinion to me some are sorry say Bank of Ghana to me call demonstration na bibi enye djuma china what am I say ya no dey nya dey na na mama ye adekronti a me nye ne say adesi agasa so okọ pension da be no okọ nye next month is next 2-3 months ya okọ pension but ni panel appointed papa no man ko ho no what ho economic management team member chairman Baumia ya transia wonu so mo transia mo ya meeting on Friday sia adesi about the corner baby na nadu tia Baumia na tia dwom even adesi ni krampo I can offer ta baby otini bo no won contribute more than ono ne pa bibi abusa no na odi abamu ya pese o ye na waye enko form ya appointment ni na agu onum mo ti wonu mo say ye de emfe ye ho what the appointing there when now say NPP so entebe na ho jokers ne do so and Akufo-Addo so ke mo aka amate me kwakọ for another ntebe double ntebe aba no kwakọ pick another person bi so number and the same thing wo demonstration bi na wo ya ada na wo do je Akufo-Addo ada oje Baumia akọ ayi so papa so and this for na so akọ pension na this for the almost office ya gimi che obi a Ghana and this for crocodile the John party.
Oh,
want to tell you Sulia. Woman said here for Fasoni so no more quack. Yanti Crow in the parliament. I just have look alike, Mammy and the new Tefu or bar parliament. About Tinemu. Acquire the name of Ajosafo. I did opposition for me up tonight. I could say. Sadia went that lady no, but I guess we're prison. Near now, something for Yakonia, your fear can send in Yagro. One would jam man call free. A black academy and Uncle Siaga. Nam adese okọ pension
ba kwadwo eno kra no ansa no mbeka kwanam lady ni wuramu no okotena no omu hui pass anya do asafo
eso mu jaye
omu hui
yetimi catch us
and later no mo ba to beka asa anya do omu hui say na wote adu asafo city no omu hui later na mi hu say omu kasa na haru na edusu kire time adu asafo ba
ya okoteta
no mo yawe
ana mu jaye up to na and this one can we na say the MPP for that day na geledi no
parliament
ke strip ni e na koton ni a chira strip naked am obi a wo say we ni na kokot am nkodam mu dia bibia be bia no esa mu na Ghana mu dia sa mu so mu botom o sa dia nti o ada mu dia nti mu tinya papa mu to na ne wonim dia man yo am twimpo mu nam constituency na sabia mu sabia nya do ye ton fo osuo mu no e ho na mu pankrofo anga edwom do mu aba BOG and it is say adie bia usua no nkwala abremu a wo behu ye and this ba opposition ate so my demonstration da there be a demonstration the munya be da yeah trademark demonstration ye near juma we are aware afact na that actually 2-3 with near be TNPP for near need be be near engagement in the night near kofam crofo so mom na no chebe ko demonstration tie on ba bi omonam Madina Nima Choko omonam sa area and ba bi asabi mu sabi nyado ayifo wo kakra no ye nya duane ni ye ho ofi sabi ye de ne de obi boy pa be ko e ho ne ye panipa and this baba power they make sure make sure and this baba power we make sure say ankrofo no ko say do demonstration no mo ya mo nyine wo ho I remember when John Mahama was in power Ashama MP no ye we a lawyer anamebo makati ye chiche position ya man bi wa lawyer okura igbedi
no bet
no this one the previous one the no bet betu no a lawyer me say ye chiche position wa nya bi number the parliament nya de kito was so na NPP for no say master sit down position asa fi ni obi mo akoka so at the end of the day and now do Ashama do Medina near ade won ba bia wo pani pa de akoy demonstration ba won ye bi won test bi tu nim se nipa beba etu akoma sa tu na ke we ade omu ye fa so be na ozo
oh how
occupy Bank of Ghana is Medina Bank of Ghana is Ashama
there be so more organize
engage this one in politics. That's the reason to Obama political leaders youth organizer near the constituency they will do it provide them bus give them incentives here asa kwajo ya bo am say we produce greater between 50 bus ni nyina ba me side ana constituency fo nyina no me adwuma so ta do balashi traffic light ono we were kwana cost VIP bus to aso they ba me fie they all the road ni nyina kwajo the name of me organization dey smooth and we ya say no kisi akobo say on engagement omo ye o se ka ho pa enkophobia fa hu ti mire so mu
kwajo eye omo ye community engagement
me ba na wo ye dede o
e mobilize
they should come to Ayawas West ada wo betima ya a failure of the executive failure of NDC and to team constituency like Ayawas West won't even call other constituency La Paz won't even call
we constituency we Lada
de to thank you ada na mo ma no mo do da ho
no mo ye de kese
yes ada na mo nye wa ha na mo abochenku ha na they are penipa because of mum ye ka mu ntie moto abayi nkrofo bi keke na anu a chairman so otukwai what say my letter me the change third vice woto abani yanka be hu appointment fu na kufu ado ye no the same appointment na so ye the same abato na akoto ye etini pampa onya bi wuni won mo nya ni pamfo echinya no no what be like a political party if you are chairman you want to your letter third vice and they take over first vice or tonko kwa na otompreku
ba kwajo okay eno da ho but the person me can say
me baba you know the reason I was saying this so I don't know woni nipa wan pani papa from one see ankofo ade bia mi no ubanya ne say ya
woni nipa omo wo youth organizer Pablo oho omo national communication officer
letter
me ba jokin ka letter no me
enya letter asem ne ye ba
a small letter
internal party affairs
nana mumie we no nam na de mani abre nana ma uni me ba no
me do men kan letter man
o se kan letter man
oju su be mi
enu nka mi enu nka da bi won kan letter bia kwajo dia me kan say
Chama Sedun Ketia travels to India. The national chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Honorable Johnson Asedun Ketia, has left Accra today for a 6-day visit to India.
Okay.
In his absence, the vice chairman of the NDC, Comrade Abanga Yakubu Alasan, will act as the chairman.
Okay.
Issued in Accra this 13th day of September 2023.
Kwajo MP na who Alfred Agbesi. Ba kwajo dey make sure say me so you handkerchief no me hu say na wuti ye we ya.
Sorry.
Yeah, tackle issue na wo hono no because NPP chairman NDC chairman too quiet and we na chija we ni ade no mfa
yeah can they make no na me points wo so me mudo man confirm member the party
national youth organizer Pablo wo ho communication officer Sami Janfi wo ho national organizer
ana pa wo nu se tiefo play be two entu keke wo it's parking engine for 1 to 2 hours. I said I move. Ade na obey explain it to me. Yeah, I'm going to me one. My question is also still remaining, sir.
My new country no more. General Secretary ni ho, women organizer ni ho. Enti wo bu bono nsa obre.
Yeah, registration for election.
Muntimi hwe nipa nim kan no current because aduma bone amoye agent no. Ya tomofu studio ha one here say.
Aduma bone be.
That's right. O de member also.
Tafiam ko. Na mama ko.
Oh mama she say BOG no me mama.
Director.
O mama me say director tax.
Me am occupying you. Me ko occupy.
Na me ko na.
I am occupying you na
ba kwajo.
Na wo kasa me kasa.
Kwajo. BOG wan kasa no ye Ghana di asi wo.
Nana.
Eye.
Ade na mama nkama se munwie. Me be the point so timi so me nko buta mza question no. I won't answer. And the ya we me answer. Me be the point aba nya so bi nyansani bi otifi onum nyansa cha beka akwade na okekan. The American ne say Akufo-Addo ntebe na wo hyehye ye no. Yeah, now so be original enko yie no. The same teben bi no mo hyehye wo hanoma ama demonstration kompo ayeden. This is a microphone ko engage microphone ba bia najo. Ebo platform microphone who say yes na Tuesday or Thursday ye call this ye call BOG. We just had your grandpa and many but those conferences no. Nipa no to so government of the day person young microphone bibia. We bet my yama den amana broso. Because I say me for example Baba Medina na open microphone eti oh mata me ka so nyaa na me nipa ni abre ma me kama sem say Medina MPP phone ye kwakwa ya mu na mko NDC phone na kwa mo de MPP phone beti wata say hey ka ba so ndo be sisi on Medina ni ahya ma ni no target ye sa nko phone mo mo foka no ya ka se mo mo foka na e dey na be ya organize national security ya matter those engagement ni matter dey me enti di America na make so say sa wototo niema ya ta niema we ni kwasa ba and na what choose so exactly consultancy e ho na say do mu wo benya mole for do mo aba Bank of Ghana but nka wo ye wo start ye e na wototo niema yi a ya hwe obama o si so asebiem nya do wona oba nante no di be 30 something wona oba ne kasape no nsa gunachi na dri nyina akọ nachi utumaze the same thing and this for your demonstration that the most say demonstration we are na amfa na ka ye no matratra ya ke we hu ya disengagement ya akọkọ kama no giza no o mu aso mu kasa on the D-Day ya da program ne koso se o mu nyina kasa ma mu voice nyina ko off emfa so bia je da ni sumi ni aba e di America no say wo pese wo tu obi a enya adese ono ko pension ne wo tu na kan 1 month no no mo ya dey man no so jamade amade o de ko ma wan wouldn't some person two beer Akufo-Addo is there Akufo-Addo na hand over so I don't want to be connecting beam and then how Baumia on Baumia ma why I say one no the Sabia Musabia Nyado one no adwuma de share Zanya no obeye Baumia management economic team one manager economic management one chairman one done omu share no to niema so I don't the America na say Baumia ho Akufo-Addo omu timi take omu na some ko take adese dia na mu ni dem pa mo ye. And in politics, in politics, that last me catch you were the winning vote. And you were everyone the winning vote in Bono, ya Nelson. But I said, more huntino. Put me exam so another winning vote. So can people for Wyoming. Wyoming, no man, simple my as well, me 51 million. Yes, Kabia, sa now, do any more. But which are home, you can't until Kramer forget issues in me. Eddie Winnie.
And former president man signed the Ford Explorer.
The Ford Explorer. Like a Ford back here say. I don't pay second hand. Who crowd me so better top. Sa Ford na nimu tinta ponche nimu. Sa Ford no sinya for one crowd. Anu so yet me use Sa Ford na de buy. And this from the Bank of Ghana. Who frame a class don't have bojampa. Who frame a year krom we krom as Korea. Na busamo. I don't want to na say obi a Bank of Ghana de. Nya Akufo-Addo nipa no no. One why the mistake of Bank of Ghana. Munya ekwa Samran and never na faso. Obi afa no so nya point you. Dudu na nim so no the Bank of Ghana is separate from government no.
A state institution.
And then when you na akokodu da pension.
Yeah, public
servants and the home. Sa no muhu no. Eti anya fa na akọ cheche sa de mu akọ bre ho kwake. Ehu Nyankopon bo se be kuma bo so na wontu America okusie nkobu nam. Wotima se enti na no abra pa julo bika julo maame da nche. We muti julo bi we julo maame asasi kan maame this kan ba no ko yakura se maame no fa Ghana for sika na akogu ni dem. Mo pick abra pa de ni bi. Yisi maame ya ne ho se na so asi omampam won tiasem sa ne ma mo de ko sa Bank of Ghana issue we mu ja na mo de ko see yis ma me so gate ka me ko gye buanke 24 hours I'm there because adese be ko adese anko ni nyina fa so ni su maye ade ba ko pe ne hwehwe say the election day ye ba wie na NDC awini ye ba wie na NDC awini ade na hwehwe ni nyina gira sa ma me so akuya ta chenche min tiasem wono na ese mutumi ye de pam no na ese mo ne ntokosi ani wo de mo jai no and me twam ayawa so central all the constituency wo mu nyina wo region ho ne register wo kamo ko guo say ye ma registration ne maso ne maso tira
ayawa so
west central constituency base 45 ye nyina ya bad bridge head office na show be American house ho ne ayawa so UPS ho nyina kan wo UPS kwa ne twam obi wo Westland West Legon ye nyina ye ba hana be register that is the important eno na hu hia ye ese TTC no mun forget Bank of Ghana ska ye ba beje mun ke ka bi radio ni TV so ba beje na mun attack the main issue ade ba mu yakoye ni ade ba mu ho ta Bank of Ghana ska we enkophobia fan sa me se me ka kire e be do by next week ye the evidence be ba sankophobia mo nya bia di nti o mu pa bibia di e bia nya bi nti no enti o mo nya nyina jo o mo dia ye fa ho se be nya bia di yes you fa we benya bi edi ntia fa ho ana mu fa
baba se kwabna kwajo nyenchi mu asem da bi kwajo protest ye ya ne ye ka se NDC dabi alista me ba ya tena se ya ka na abribia se
me no better what come me ma bagu se mfa so bi ani
dabi ba de me ka ne se ya ka se NDC ene ma wo do bebre se also mu protest o mu so no mu protest ya etia so this hu hia
adena ya hu hia adena hu hia na sa hu hia na hu hia
kwajo hu hia se Ernest Addison se Ghana se 2022 ya se Ghana ya wa economic crisis mo no one spend it me ba also all spend $250 million EDC office for
what is Addison ya me buda what is Addison na office say what see wo pe won pray yeti there's nothing can do what is san ne na akofa kwajo ya bo aba ade ene wanya but you see my program no so ye no and I want to be diary and e baba bia bi Lagos Star Village and how for to register and kabeboa dan so be ha ho aboka be brede akogu Bank of Ghana what is Zambia $250 million dollars no here the office mbebubu ana no wo ba be sa to aso and the changes ba be sa be to aso amana akoso and the simple the corporation where pensioner on take wait and for that tempo wait here for that time this for man ho so many years and then over that time was the last person second term oba vet anameboa omuta pass no was say smooth we simple be fam oba be fam muta akoye e won krofo yanim ade ba ade me ba o Bank of Ghana ade ba ade no mo ko a ade ba
ade studio
me
ba me ma no si
o ma kasa
me ma no si
o ma kasa
dala ru
makati so makasa be 30 minutes makati mind makasa be 30 minutes the American is
right and not who is right. It's a discussion.
Ma wanu sina makati mem. Alista mba to alista.
The most question, you know. Me wa happy.
Dabi mananu sina makati.
Alista we are studio over. You don't studio mo bade.
Kwajo e bo ma wanu sina.
Me ba lusi for the American say. Me man this for ning ade ho to say. The ade say and before you no money mo hwe o. 250 we ni nyina say ska no. Wa de bia dodo ni nyina for parliament. Ehon ye ko pass bibia and this answer no see dan keke and this foreign na nimbi satam ranking member no ye now minority leader wonim ni nyina ho bi on pass ni nyina na nkofo ni diko memo mo mama tene o mo te say o mu nim hwe o mu nim ni nyina ho bi o mu nya Bank of Ghana no mo nko mo anim no mo ye no ba kokura no fa kwam akufo ado nya no nkire say aniema bi amoso mo ye nya no na mu tu futuro gu Ghana politics ye nim hwe ye nim ni nyina e dey Miss Catch say next we going what my program we end it you think of the paper bonting
makati browse
nanama
ayiko
medase eni akonya udi amame na machia menu apeni a lista eni kwajo kwajo ye bo ade ni position no waja bakum
okay
kwajo ye the regional chairman of Movement for Change. Until se unima makacho the next time Greater Accra Movement for Change chairman at all.
Movement for Change.
Yeah.
Yababa no sunti.
I made choice do yes.
Okay.
Occupy Bank of Ghana. One man organizes I don't know.
Okay, sir.
Arise Ghana.
Some minority started yana other groups na come
alliance.
Aye. But the main one is minority.
Minority, yeah.
Political.
Yeah, it's a alliance. Groups. It's a gathering of those opposed to them.
Sempa. So I decided to say this time, or may a demonstration, no, or my idea, but impact in your day. Say, oh yeah, community engagement. One of the ingredients for successful, impactful demonstration. Who pursue your demonstration now we not impact. You need to engage the people. You need to do what we call public awareness and education and mobilization. And now omuye now mum question is I don't know mujija constituency ni bitum. There's not a quadrucan. What I say? If I engage in Ghanaians, obia hunchre no. And yet sabu constituency the so do madina ni ma pen or mo hunchiomo. Asika for
they will be applicable central decision.
Asika for mo labon ha. Omo hunchiomo because I cry FM for mo hunchimo. What I say? That is it. Enti no ma bana mu ni o ma bekasa. Ai kwakuba kono mo fi ho omo hunchiomo.
E ho de misro emfa nkwesi ho.
Oh, ade me amanfo ho amanfo
emfa nkwesi ho ne ko wanim. Wa wo de wasi akra FM ye to aso ko wanim. Emfa nkosa ba bia akeka kom. E wa ho kire bia ni ho.
Obi a waton na asase bia ho ache na waton asase. Yeah. Me bo.
Ohunche wa oto I primary dollars abemu.
Entu to dey.
At least I'm some man in Kasawai because your other issues I was say.
Anyway, Anama, there were 3 arms of government. The executive, the judiciary, the legislature. Obia won ejuma woye. Executive no, you the 2 meaning nyina ko she and Ghana you what executive president. And you president who to me the year appointment over 5,000. What does it? Now not Danko Akufo-Addo, president to teach you to me appointed over 5,000 people. That is the constitution of Ghana. Ghana for any Addison any contract.
Okay.
Ghanaians never signed any contract with Addison. The social contract that existed presently between another Danko Akufo-Addo of the New Patriotic Party and the people of Ghana. Inti Akufo-Addo ni yayi ne se president. Enunti na Akufo-Addo pe enitimi appoint obi a ope no. Do you get it? Between 60 billion, at least there can 60 billion. Who the why economists? Into mass yeah. How many times has 60 billion? Ebeko 575.5 billion mo. How many times? I want you to do that mathematics for me. How many times will 60 billion go into 575.5 billion?
More than 10 times.
But 18 and
almost 9 times.
Very
9 is 54.
Okay, yeah, 60.
Yeah, GDP, no, it is nearing 72%. The person presiding over this mess, Ken Ofori Atta. Meboa, Akufo-Addo na appointed Ken Ofori Atta. You still be a Ghana car between Addison or no what the 60 billion. And no quite the mutimi who dine see dine. Meboa, ukwa hotels or more original hotels no more in a ewo evidence why you bit me who. Ken Ofori Atta there 575.5 billion. What can you show for? And to between sa nipa mienu upo bia titosoko kwatre na hwan abeti titosoko kwatre.
Ken Ofori Atta.
All of them.
At least I mean misal question. This is a rhetorical question. You had the opportunity.
So don't take the answers.
I'm not taking answers from you.
Don't take the answers.
You demonstrated.
They don't need answers. Go on.
What I say? Entido Majai Kenufura Tabo, Machanabo. In fact, Kenufura Taba for reappointment. Or Shadakoda US. And no making sure there was softening grounds or no.
A shiny date.
And on one mamma date or pay. Or buy at the committee level, appointment committee of parliament. Command debate on Kenufurata. By consensus, he was approved.
Are you speaking to Baumia? Are you a Baumia guy?
I am speaking to you.
No. Speak to you.
I don't know who can for Baumia.
Baba, listen, no issues, no issues, no can no, allow him.
I have not
Manin can
any blame. I want to seek protection from you.
At least I'm about your man in Casa.
Build walls around me so that I can flow.
Invite me there.
Because
Alistair, time na me dey adwan pacho allow him.
Alama, ya tigana ha NDC for equal approval Kenufurata. Now the then general secretary, now the national chairman Kaya say Kenufurata say Ghana dada. Enti no mo manen twaso na ene na beboa NDC amana batumi anya aba power. That was the words of General Asedun Ketia, now Chairman General Asedun Ketia. And I'm with approval Kenufurata. There's nothing hard to say, Kenufurata is not aware. One of the other same by. It is because of Addison. Entina Omo Pamu Isaku. Yeah, Pamu Isaku, and this is for Bowa. Isaku has a protection of the constitution, of protection of tenure. Says so ye Juma. Not transfer my Pamu Isaku. NDC and board, not a letter, not Mankamo de more expertise at your press conference, more expertise at your press releases, not a single one to condemn that act. Oh, Mudi Pam Addison, no, the deputy, no, or they say, Esiama, yeah. Ya bedruha, Sister Billion, must say, hey, Kenufurata, Coco Fund, or Deputy get fund, or Deputy Esla. You felt they say health insurance, what Deputy Nina. I heard Mahama Yaraga Honorable Boku Central on the floor of Parliament say, Emrabia ye manage finances Kenufurata Bunina so. At the end of the day, obey share Parliament. Some almost say motion on censor, some censor motion. Why only for me almost go this as a
See, why I want to come is that your argument.
Why are you?
Your own MPs came that man should be removed.
Please,
the
please.
President, your own
Please.
Alistair,
you will not distract.
If I were in the army, I've said it several
times. Opinion. Who watch your dear? Where is going today? Now I bet you no, Basa listen, no, I bet you baby.
You will not distract me.
And I'll have to come in when you
I don't have problem. I have no problem. I have no problem with you. You elected to go first.
Yes.
When you are meeting us, you don't go first.
Oh, why?
Take that lesson.
It's a discussion.
Makati yanko. At least I'm pacho who distractive. Who distractive? No, me pacho. Allow him.
Ena mayene sa bedrune. They've known how Akumsin. How Akumsin said, yeah. How Akumsin. Before how Akumsin approved, oh yeah, video man bar out. So yeah, the people should not worry. No masha ne bosse ombe tuaman. Ampanso vote no buy no matter no boom. Aman. I can tell you, say the current NDC Amowono, they are only gaslighting their supporters for them to feel like they are working. But unfortunately, the mama and a bread. Yeah, but when you are cattle, I will not deodorant anything.
It's not true. Me and you, the conspiracy of November 28, were part of it.
I said I will not. I said I will not. I will not deodorant anything. Me can't send it here. What up permassum. I say, Mokoye demonstration fine and good, but Nana May, the senior Quadro Kano, Addison call retirement. I think next month, Addison will be due for retirement. So you should blow the money. Allow me, Alistair. Nobody says you should blow the money.
Which money?
This is the first time the history of the Bank of Ghana. If you want to comment,
that's why we need to.
Alistair Tahiru Nelson.
No, I'm surprised. You
Deputy Commander
of opposition at the time.
Nana, give me protection now.
Say I know you. Nana, Endu Mamu Stadium some gosi.
Alistair, Sheje Charlotte Hossein. Bra obreye wo Ghana ha
meba
hwe Charlotte Hossein bra MPP for so Charlotte Hossein e ne set up justice crab
committee
with the establishment of let my vote count.
Let my pressure
vote count no. It was a single
purpose. Omani Bremi be ba me didi.
Alistair, I'm doing a program. What
me didi.
What we are going to
but Alistair, political party. No, Alistair. Alistair.
Who ran it down?
Alistair, we be running the down.
Did I run it down?
Just single heads here.
I'm sure. Did I run it down?
Better than the party, and they know what they are doing.
Alistair,
they're political party. So let's leave them.
Alistair,
let's have the result.
Alistair, we are making with him. We are making with him. But I make it. I'm saying that Alistair, we are talking about
I will say personal life.
Attack me,
oh no, but I don't know.
You cannot attack.
I need to know.
Abusuafo Accra 100.5 FM su eni NDC for the omon person will be able criticize o.
Am I here for NDC?
Ni nyina aka ho bi but Alistair when your time enti no.
I'm saying that you are wasting time talking about a political party in opposition. There's a government messing up.
A political party.
Alistair.
3 square meals we cannot meet. People cannot even pay for rent. Transportation is difficult. It's your top 10 minutes. Now, you are here talking about political party.
Alistair, may you work film?
Don't you want to address the problem? What is this? And you want to attack me personally? You would not get me attacking me.
I am surprised at Alistair today.
No.
Alistair is so intelligent to know, say, bano. And you set your topics. Topics were given to us beforehand by producers. And the topic says Occupy Bank of Ghana demonstration.
Yes.
I am analyzing Occupy Ghana Bank of demonstration.
Yes.
Maybe besides one money, what now F1 and now NDC for
me.
Makati, you are not talking to Alistair. Oh, Kasa on the platform go 40.
Okay.
Enti Kasa.
Yeah, share. You know me shasa me bo ma ba so fefe oti ha obo wuti
Alistair yan kwan first Makati yan kwan Alistair now because I see a bad issues me patcho ye ne fo anu
enti like but then between me ni omo nim say in politics nothing happen by accident. Everything is deliberate, everything is intentional. Politics are and our politics are omu so person be deliberate. The orchestration and the removal of Charlotte Hossein, it was deliberate, it was intentional. You have never been deliberate about anything. You have never been intentional about anything. Do you get it? And you are misfiring. Addison. And what will change? Akufo-Addo fly will rim. The defense minister will come to parliament and say he will even need a player shower room because of the busy schedule. No, so there's still Timmy a dry will rim as a son one. So nothing happened. Into oh yeah demonstration. Pe issue here nipa. Pe issue affect people. Both MPP, NDC MPs are crying over the ongoing event, limited registration exercise. John Mensam famra nyejuma.
Ba issue no. Say Bank of Ghana governor edwuma wa ye. Enu nyina kan obi nti na crisis aye wo mi.
Crisis ben.
Ye ni crisis mi.
Me sha say me bisa wo say 575.5 billion.
Okay.
Any 60 billion say. Me bisa wo say no. This is a drop we over 60 billion na do your money. Betimi atsan ya ye wo studio ha nyina brabo. But udi two way more, it is a drop in the ocean. Man can that.
But what about the governor non so edwuma na wo ye no emra en wodi ye adwuma but we bumra so ebumra so etwesika ma inflation ashutu
afa na me ba honom I'm not coming there. It's in layers. My debate is in layers. Me catch them about 3 arms of government. Parliament is clothed with financial control, oversight responsibility. So with the power of financial control, untimin can tell me say Bank of Ghana akotwa sika 1 oman sika approval akotwa sika 2 1 sika approval nyana mote ho
no twagum
you have left your pot and watch, and the food now is burning. You see, we have proactive communication and reactionary communication. What these people are doing is reactionary oppositioning, not proactive oppositioning. If you are proactive, you prevent. If you are proactive, you act when you hear. But
say I don't know omo ye said the woka say honorable Mahama Yarga kan say emre bia central bank one was some dey adwuma bia no finance minister ne Bank of Ghana governor ebuso but omo so nim they have legal team omo nim mra omo dey adwuma omo buso so minority hu a omo be raise issues no
raise wa himfa
but says kana your friend say omo twagumi I can't remember say Brad Dr. Atuforsin obade ye minority leader or starting resolutions by one can say no credit Bank of Ghana ya mo press conference say no credit until say IMF for France say some dey report ba maybe on ma omo hide dem be brepi
very good Anzo Ghana obe can say in as a minority leader you must speak to documentation into your buyer no obe kano no project TJ. So this is the document. These are the figures. And come deny.
But some quote figures.
You don't quote that. Quote and give us source. You are doing politics. Data. Back it. I'm serious. Nana. Manya break. And I make us up. Matume bomi. Pese Ghana for mutie na ehunzamana ni so. Da me ni sa energy no. I say. Ne tiane say. Oh, yeah, politics are you were the minority in parliament. Who fire constitution, a minority leader technically must be the opposition leader. What I say? Then there is a party structure. Into Ankasa BOG deal a parliament and a mu usually drag Addison, I deal with Addison and whoever is involved. So what I say? Because you have that financial control. It is a wayana nyia, wayana wamfa kwan paswa. Emra no wo ho. You use the law. No what ja party no. I'm a party na hit district with another issue. The party should have been concerned. Said CI 91 ewo hodom. Now you did 1,950 registration centers at in 2019. You now 1.2 million Ghanaians so much no mudin for. Now 2021 1 chodin, 2022 1 chodin, 2023 we ko chodin our projection is 700. And no crana will say emra for new home pono. Me tiso, me di me pe, me di me to me. Tia dear no so. Contrary to Article 51 of the 1992 Constitution. So there must be a new CI. Without CI, because CI would go to Parliament, no. Or Mabog Medimanusi.
Okay.
And to Jane Adukwe Mensa, any Bosoma Sari say, or 1,950 registration centers to 268. And you kept quiet. Now you are crying and telling us, say, myself 135,000 Ghana cedis, Bazin people, myself 30,000 Bazin people, because you are part of the scheme. You see, when nothing is going right, you go left. If you are in a country and nothing seems to be going right, what you do is to go left. But then, my accessories, you are part and parcel of the decision making. Mamu anomako kone.
No, you part and parcel of decision making. How?
What is
Adia Jemensa, you know, Uka say Jemensa Yadiano now.
This is tacit endorsement of an ACC. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because I didn't Matina will studio her. Akase bibia ekoso Ghana ha bia no. Parliament in Mubi. Until at the point I even said the parliament is looking like a crime scene. But that is a fact. There's nothing that has gone on in this country, parliament in your way. When it sees them, and you want to go to China and go to Ghana. The parliament we are. Sabe no mo si yem patronize made in Ghana goods. A drunk on man cocoa gas. A drunk on Jano. Mama aguwan koto. Mutu plane ko China na mokoto di baye. Is the issue? See, yet mamupo ya ni amri politicians so across board, NDC, MPP. They will keep on gaslighting us. Say omu ye bibi omu boa.
Okay,
they are bias.
Medase. I wish for Accra 100.5 FM so the Citizen Show and then ye de ebro occupy BOG demo ye de akwakusi. Ye kwa next topic so Alan resignation and then intention say oko as an independent candidates 2024 general election. Me bauso. Obiadi omu. Oh, 10 minutes. Yenko.
But the American says it's better. Send the next time if there's a program. Mommy with the panel members, so we be excusing or excusing. Be an open person, no be program. I know Beboa. Unless I mean here. I can't go in your penny. And to go in your. But my question is, this is not the first and the second term. You do studio on Sunday suit in the buying. Because and I'm so saying, can you pan up and maybe a chair? Mr. Men say, need to come by baby. Don't run a price of no pa or about the studio separate. Them small baby separate. Mr. No, Yamin can't listen. Yeah.
At least I don't feel cry. I
am there. So I said, what about my party? That's a NPP against what? Alan Kojucha Martin. Kojucha Martin, name council. Baby, your name, Yankopon man, who didn't quite tinting. Nisaku could drone away. One about Dibo, not a Ghana, you'll be there. Ghana, you see a pay changes, you know. And this is by changes, so Alan Martin by change. Change be and change out, man. Say it was so big as what say will be idea. And I said, Sabia Yado, baby, a Ghana, Sabia Colaki to a crane, him say Ghana and Koyi. It is a Nangankopama, like Kojocha Matiaku could draw, see a young cock in a quantum cry. Said last and me catch them say, yeah, dear, in political party at that. By the bar, wouldn't easy any Akufuado. One make sure some young contest to be. One the articles be brave in the political party now, Yatimpolia, better in Chay, you better independent year after 2024, either first or second, yeah, the third, the Tofia Kwaye Nida. First or second, the Ebedi Biano, at the end of the day, yeah, the party the Dibatuja. Yet me ask NPP, if NPP in the area, you and their mass. But the minister, my warning, Kakra. Nana May. Wouldn't say Alan Kojocha Martin, independent that walk way. Wouldn't say only one political party a benefit whom. So I should NPP for research via one more ace project at the end as an party and NDC never benefit more than NPP. The NDC communicators, no. Yes, Ramo, Ebini Alestamu. mukona mo yɛ mo ade atem de die na mo didi alanche mate no yanu bi anu ntimi ntia John Muhammad da ye pense ye bibia ye chocho mu ncho ba de ye ka ne se ai Alista Babeta studio ana Makati Beta studio ana Elikim Kotokokota studio na se odi alanche mate atem no kan sam na anko yi a ye ba ye nka bibia nche John Muhammad ye be discerning on the same nipa ne so me ndise me bo Elikim Kotokono na no kota one of the your sister station temdidi automa alanche mateno na no odin e call fa so kasa alanche mateno na no odin eti entimi ntra
ba entimi kancha alanche mateno se Christ say wo mu no or your part and parcel of this mess abai no
bia nka se menko kasa ni wo the personality be kan say mo a e bia wa woto no ufugu ye ba akopɛ because am me che fugu ntam de kan wa woto bia mo brother etu kokko di obi papa na obi bibia tem sa nipa na wo de niam wa obi ato aba alanche mateno ala ya appointee and what film no that's so called government that's so called I don't want to take microphone no mtizo no because microphone am praise microphone I am praise on be ma microphone bi no mo di no mo anam o mo wi am ndi se no na lanche mate instead of na ze baumia and na me no kasa baumia de Ghana niam na mo and what the campus constitution the president no we are vice president now so person contest for president I say ma resign because e ka wo bo Ghana nya de ketwa wo wi a wo de oni bra ko si lanche mate so abrakura wo nya hwe na ma ala de waya de o
e de na ala na ye
wa boy bruta because asantefo ne ani afra ne ani abo ne ade wo mpa ne ehu emra wo twe ne hu film kakra se me kodwa lanche mate majai monsamfo ne monsam tantai na mu ye ni na majami nko bi mu fa mu party am nko mba bi no enne Ghana ye nya third force what ma se nya third force ba beboa ba ba no
third force ne dey
ene kodwa lanche mate team no
third force ye egum
why
third force ye gum
so senkomo
me senkomo se na
gum na
first time
first me no na tia me no se na ma wo be nyini awu na kan so amo ahoode be to abroso unyare da ska de be gidi wo se ensu me catch say ye be to aba 1 2 3 ye ni third da
ba se first time obi call independent
and no just gum dia second matter na party ni wo e de no teta ho say number 3 ba ye be di third dia ni first and second be di baako me catch us here ba na here ba de mu anyina no so dodo na akwa ndc
that is a muni first
and second year pray ye de encountered first and second year pray what was say ye do be first year high ni ye no your mama di first year high ye be make sure so NPP do ni first so da eno de ya na botaye kwa bi be fa because NDC for no mto no o mo ani afra even so be quality election pa mo den se NDC mo sa nya backup ye ekrono a omo se mo fa so 2020 di wi aye no ni nyina la kojo chamati ni team aba ye ba be make sure say sa krono na ma biem unya wana unya 2 unya 3 enti dia na NDC for say mo so ya na mba beta ke ba memo obi amane ha no asante for say asu ya ni abie ye hu de ese koso wo bi te say ayi untumi ye so soro taka lanche matin ana on say lumba bo nyombi nipa fun na cancer fun so wo sa anyum no bibi sa to boma untumi eno ano no ta say Isaiah 32 verses the same person betim di amano because sabia nya do emfaso obi en shede ni so etien say ye program ni address obi ana difficult obi say untumi ana say abronyam bi bebo ni din esa mpa na watwe ho abakiri but na ma de make kan say ani giemu na say Ghana fonya ahụ na Ghana fonya NDC for your party bi anko sabia nya do o mo trans reading niam yi a wonim say nke campaign buka mo na say mbefa ho ka ye campaign ga so no mbefa ho ka because say loopholes ane wo ho na emudi damu na nke ye ayi NDC fonya ba bi mfa no ye baba ya za loopholes nyina ye patchi ni nyina e de akọ ana bibia be kan bia mo ntimi nya bia ne ye be ye debate ni ekwa na sa hi ni ekọ ade na mbe ya ye ntimi nya mimi now alanche mate so resign kwaje ebo as a resign po ja alanche mate wetin say I'm a serious independent member yeah me ha me and people say good dada me resign ja alanche mate be 2 days
ba mo party no mo kan sa se party mo party ne MPP no na mo kan na good dada e na party ejo na en ha mo
ade ba ko pene so ba wi ase otimi ba benya se de be ya betima so mu nyankopon na so so ahini ne ba betima ko bi de aka nyina beto wasase so wo hwe na nya na afim na asabi eniama fu a mo de o ma we yi leader sa tibon ko so for leader mo akabo mo bu o ma we mu o ye ti o ma wo hu se sa obi abedi president I am ehye bonnet Akufo-Addo da en na yisi nyina nipa nyina gada one plane na chedi jeje time abagimi bre na DJ atem mpo no me fear ni na police station wo ye baba chedi ho enu popo obi che no akotwere en na nyansa ko na nim sei Fede Akufo-Addo ye
ba o party ni mpanimfo wo
party there here na me MPP amapa wa na me say panimu bia ni Ghana obu anam ma enkokra fo bi say bi ni biem bi o woni panimu woni o mo transfer no mo media say otimi so buti so mo kwa numbers keke no mo nyansa bia ni o mutrim enti panimu na ehwan MPP mchampanimu baako
some party
na no me am nkrofoi Council of Elders and the Alan Castle of Fimuno. Would see a one radios because I said, and Kutone Womutim, in Kuto. Obiano and Agrimun Podo, your baby Kenyans herself. Now we'll beat Alan Chamato to me if you party anymore. Okasa Minko Biemnoa, and Taparma engage no. Namunakasa, say anything, yes, we are with it. Not the SMO smart and my.
Bako Jodomo can say, Super Delegates Conference of Quen, Alan vote to Noah, when you are not say Alan who when you will film to see. Because when one can encourage you, Krasen, when you are Alan see a qua, I don't hire
me, yet them as say, you can say a 2 by Bia Jumaha. Me count now. Say about Babatono, who produce or 2 of him anyway. What man say? Between man about 2,000-3,000. About what year? About me to be 200,000 per delegate. It's alleged. 200. I am 80-70. Can I Japan member? Akoto Atupa. Zana no way ni 150. Omo can you 20? Alan Jabati 10. What bomu next wado? What am I say? To say vote, where vote? What call T region? What voter region? Koko chako to obi no na ekro. Won so mo nyomu ni. Te so obi koko hwe de wa vote tie. Ansa woto wi a ne oni waba. Obi kwa no bi asa de. Where muta where vote? Ye confirm de na nka be hu. Ne entra won sa me say Ghana for skasa.
Na de man confirm.
Ye nko biem. Ayamumfa. Na de na me no na tie. Wosi mi mpono mi mwadwuma mi timi nye hu mi mpaso agudie nye de bibi bia anya ofe na me say nya hwe ba me ko awu mi na de kum wonti ase ma me ko kura matar ba de na ma me ko garden ye wie ne say arrange ko baba mo ya press conference they say ye na mo ni abreto na ade antia because of munim de wo alanche matimu munim de obetima ye na de alanche mato be de ade nkwa na be je fie kufu ado ya be trans say ma kufu ado abetetu na say o ka so ko de wa fresh ojaye ne ho atono yeso edi na chi ye ni age ye ni nyina na emuvu ene ye be make sure ye campaign the 80% in Ashanti region me better if you can see a campaign now based on Ashanti region we will make sure see a better tribal politics of Ashanti region straight ye amfa ni agro ye nkokase ene da bi Ashanti region straight ye atu ye de amaye ho obi azonto ne de amfa ye ba mo ya wo se NPP na wo ho no ye nyina na ye beto mo US 1979.
Your time is up.
Me dance. Mo team na mo call ye. So at the end of the day, and abegu ya so na mo so mo yes. I say ati ye so ko. Ye nyina be share 10 years time fine.
But adru musuna ya na mo ka no. MPP every 4 years be a contest.
Na do
one contest. Former President Kufuor contest. President Nana Akufo contest. It is a dream so the na contest.
Akufo contest no. Shedu ada na ho mo edu ba bi eje mo ma nani age ne katra ma hye ne siase and work abro for the Ghana for nyina say Allah you follow me ake ka say ne contest bi an ko beti ni akọ contest ye je mu ma no obi tru ko hwe enko a wontru no ko hwe wu me nkrofo ne ye nya atwom ne ye be mo me ka chen pipi ni bia sa bibia wo fa bia no fa bibia ya odi bia fa ne dwane na de bara no odin because while you lose MPP you lose totally ye so I don't know me catch you play nye prefer your mama eba alanche matimba asa muni chance bi yes of fa
makati manunra so
yo me won say nsem bebe o ma ka no wo si me ma me ya no yenko ka
ehu hia yenko ya ni
o me be me mpo de anka say o ma ya no because
wo ya no ko wanim alista me time wo ya no ya me kai wo time
it's not a debate it's not who is right but what is right.
Okay,
so I would not come and sit
here
and point
2 minutes kasanefa o next you now dey yenko
that be me kasa because kasa I go change some baby
there be kasa so ase niema so budu 2 minutes be
I respect your opinion
there be 2 who dey list 2 minutes
I respect your opinion
no there be I say let two against
bibi ansem kojo boy ni nya no kojo
two against BOG protest
kojo eboa ontumi nkan bibi na me bumfu no
oh there be anya no kra about BOG na meka
obetumi aye me sen me madam for ache nya me obetumi aka bia no
onka
me bumfu no he will know why later e bia dachi mewu a na obehu de ntia
okay but there me can say BOG issue no we bia 2 minutes a wo be kan bibi afa ho a occupy BOG no say no the list I 2 minutes bia yemko kwadu eboa
no say
allow him please
ya say ye ti o man mu
okay
boni bia ye boni Yenim say Ken, any day Addison by. I know the scheme of people he has brought in the financial web in order to control the financial sector. We all know it. But this is the first time in the history of the Fourth Republic. A governor Boka say, I ain't to say Yasika, your body, I'll bet me a quarter baby. Ken Diane Ken, on one party resist protests within the party. Parliamentarians, your friend is Papa Nuka Okolusunizito.
And the appeal.
Yes, he's going to lose his seat. But Uncle Fono will go and attack him for his seat. So also eventually he will come independent into Alan's camp. Eventually, now you see them soon. People have been talking about it, Isaac Adongo, and then one kada. Again, have they not been talking about the economy? Have they not been raising issues? Now, President Otis will be demonstrating against They want to unleash the police force on you to go careless. So as a political party, you have to plan. Me, I'm not a spokesperson for the NDC. They must do their communication well. Demonstration. I've seen them. They are going on committee engagement. Constituency. Because it seems that the public education is like as minority organizing demonstration. They have not responded to it. And people want answers why they have delayed. And why this minute issue. And people want to find out. Into that one, it is for them to answer and not me.
I
will not spend my time. I'm a political and social commentator. I came on my own volition to speak here. So the party will have to respond to it. You see, the power in Alan left him to lead the MPP in 2007. That fallout from that day cost Alan the opportunity to lead the pack of elephants. Nenye bibi akwa and obedi second was our Congress no. I remember a friend Roland Saka. When I called him, he told me if he failed to go for the second round, that would be his end. It is 16 years now. Roland Saka told me this thing, and it has come to pass. Because now hot, it was red hot. Alan was the chairman of a Young Executives Forum. He had played his role in Kufuor's government, was ambassador in America, he had come to be minister for private sector development and presidential special initiatives. He has made his mark. The youth of the party rallied round him. Where he even got his money to campaign, people say he was being supported by J. Kufuor. The prophetic statement of J. Kufuor that came out at the time was signaling that they should select Alan. So why? That's a penalty. Yeni Uruguay. Obiako penalty na ball no down no over the bar. Then 12 years time you come and apologize. That's what Alan is doing. When it was red hot, he should have struck the ball. Why not? Into 16 years down the line, no, this is what will happen. Remember, when Bawumia was coming in, he came in at the entrance when Alan should have contested Nanado. He came in at that time. They sneaked Bawumia in and gave a reason to the whole population, including the MPP, say, oh, senior West Abuakufo was CD, no, just removing the 4-0, so he should come and be my vice president and be able to manage the city. But I'm sure at the time, people, political connoisseurs, people who had vision should have seen that smuggling this guy in. How did it come about? Maybe free and this didn't be share Bank of Ghana and that before what tell Abe governor a vice deputy governor Makufo say ni pa the ba Alan Camp. What were they thinking about? Were they thinking said the established path after 31 years and no much opposition mobile power? When Kufuor established the path, say, look, he will not use the state's machinations to support Aliu Mahama at the time. Aliu had to go on his own volition. When he lost, yes, it was Nanado who won, the party selected. If Kufuor had supported Aliu Mahama, like Nanado Dankwa is doing for Bawumia, he, Nanado, would never have been president. I'm saying it today. The thing, yes, are using the CEOs and other things, organizing the state machines against to support Bawumia to push out everybody. No, if J. Kufuor, the God-fearing man, if he had done the same thing, and won't be the president into a form because Kufuor established a path, and I'm sure they should have followed the laid down path for the party. And by this, I peace. And by this, I will be. But in America, no, dear Bebano. If you look at Alan, he has a big opportunity ahead of him. I will not sit here and insult him.
As an independent candidate,
he has a big opportunity ahead of him. It is how he makes use of the opportunity that will make dividends come to it. First of all, nobody has run an independent elections on his own and made even 1% in the Fourth Republic. But here we are. The NDC has spent 16 years in power as at 2016. And the NPP too will be having 16 years in power by the end of Nanado's term. should he have an effective campaign and education machinery amongst the youth who have not seen anything in their life in the past 32 years, he will be able to swing a lot of votes on his side. Already Kojo is here preaching Ashanti region. Nana B is a MPP organizer because of only Ashanti region. The other guy beat him 15 regions. If I'm lying, they are here. Titus Grover. He beat him with 15 regions, but he beat him in only Ashanti. Today he is national organizer. So Kojo sits here and tells us that Alan is going to go pure Ashanti. Then it means that if, for me, I have seen that he wants to respond to his party nuances and other things, that would be a big mistake. Debbie, you have a focus. You say you want to be president, and that is your vision. So your focus should be there and that. You wanted to use a vehicle of the MPP which had helped to bring about in 1992. Today it is not possible. You believe in your own capabilities, bringing your friends, and you talked about other parties. So if you are able to select well in the political terrain, there are many fine political material across the political terrain. He can make history, like I said, if he decides to organize himself properly. It is not far-fetched. In Benin, Yayi Boni did it. Yayi Boni, at the time there were two political parties, they had come to power. One was a military one, he metamorphosed, he came, he spent 12 years. The other one, the same thing. When Yayi Boni came in, he was a banker, he was from the business community, they supported him, he was able to educate the young people. He didn't listen to the nuances of his political detractors. He was focused, he had a plan. He went in and won. Michael Sata also did it in Zambia. In America, say, Sisi and the Aka say, Obejain Tokwanwa focus who is running mate to be quickly. I heard him talking about the Julobi house demonstration. Would he be joining the demonstrators?
You are talking about running mate.
Would he be? I say who is running mate will be.
What about your party?
I'm making my comment to allow me to finish. The timing of his running mate. The timing of his running mate.
Talk about running mate.
That's what I will not talk about. You are talking about Alan here. You will not direct me to go into areas that you are not the examiner here. If you want to me any Alan in some swasa pie, Mr. Ne papa no Alan on twin who free want to me in some who now no did ba party ni mu nyina no. He should be focused on what he wants to do. People like his press aide, what's his name? Barry Masapong. They should be seen up and doing. They shouldn't be in the man's comfort. They should be out there if they want to rally support. That is all untin idea about. And America say he has a record to set and all the opportunities there for him. So when to me and convince population, you know, near year 2024, we are no to me 5%. Say the crown say
that's it. Me na me wo finance. Me we are near upon.
But we are ma 2 minutes.
On fanya dey.
Enti we akasa.
Alan Sean's elephant adopt butterfly for 2024. Yes sir.
I'm not in trouble.
Alan Sean's elephant and I adopt to butterfly for 2024. Alan resignation, no. For me, I did M1 MPP as a party. The entire M1 MPP ni say, oh yeah, the day, Alan will nipa kakra omu support no, and across the political divide, and so you benya obia omu edinechi, and now we are. By election back Kumawi, it's a women organizer because this women organizer because declare support to Malan. And you know, about the private sector, the swing voters and so a be or more penny demeanor, man for penny senior tier. It was a Ghana ha near my man for stress to the Tuabano. Okay. Then you know, be not dream as a be what tinting will be one home fair. No no and original to their tribal and we are very tribalistic when it comes to voting politics. Until now M1. So now I was expecting say the new patriotic party, the smartest thing they should have done was to deflate Alan's resignation.
Okay.
what I say, it was to deflate it. Then you can say, man oxygen to fly. But unfortunately, they missed it. This is how they missed it. Alan, aboard the profile, a moving peak hotel. Or see, or more na a tea party, no, or your funding, or your foundation member, or no, na chairman, the Young Executive Forum, party head office, first one, or more na contribute no more toy. What I say, why ye Juma be ye, or see 96, or stepping down Makufo, was Sunyani. 2000 and Kufo Winnie 2001 or rejectee cabinet ministerial job. Yeah. However, the same 2001 or Jumako America as ambassador to 2003. Then 2003 2007 the trade minister Akufo-Addo Bayano. 2017 to 2023 or no far ne peso a jai Juma not or your trade minister. So Party has recognized his effort. The contribution, Party now recognize it. There are people on my Juma say ya be quiet Juma said no. O my nyari. They get it. So they should have taken notice of Nanka. The grave one in there say Alan Party nimba funding father. Now Article 6 of MPP Constitution no at require first resigning. Say we throw letter. Now udi enyama owo say party card in the crowd party card na wo wa udi ka ho na udi call constituency chairman ho na udi command if you honor just what your party no Alan ye member of Ayawa so West Wogon e ho na oto aba e ho no tie enti anka wo resign na anka wo the letter no akoma constituency chairman say ma jai MPP Alan nya ne sa. Number Allah the press conference and resigning. There
are many ways in killing a cat. Have you not taken his resignation?
And MPP and penny for more office one. Or more pre or more. A press conference and responding to Alan press conference. Abra Emra Ede a Wahonum. And Tisanko no more penny ya. The number Alan resignation with ye. Sabi a fuyemu. Anka obi to see Allah who will state away there your best
family member
udi emra ebeye juma and to go back and use Article 6 if you really want to resign. What I say people are going gaga. Other people are attacking the personality of Allah, and I find that unfortunate.
But constitution, constitution.
I find that unfortunate because
constitution. Remember, wait a minute. No, constitution. NPP for him. So, cars are daily money with a Jacobo drone. Adeni ayagako actually let them say because of ABC didn't know say say na be koso dia ontimi nkobi eno precaution o de ma omo etiasa mo so chema o say ni dey be say ni say omo ju ya na so yagi atum ubetuma ko na MPP mra bi adwuma.
And then moreover kwano Charles I say me but follow due process constitution but Allah no so resolutions be brave ya was party ni chairman ni party no neck no but one address one can show.
Yeah, no, I'm speaking as a communication consultant, crisis management expert. Intinu ye ni sananka what threw back to Alan the responsibility of defending himself why he chose this way of resignation. But ube yina no edina tema
smart people in your party.
What it means is that obe yiwa no na make us obi like Hakma Uswajimai. What Bobra party we mo I think enya wonesi will be Yala chairman of council of elders. So you are a chairman of council of elders and you will call public yi Alan Noah.
Ochina responding like BJ Darocha did in 2000. Ochina the same thing. He was following the path of history.
Ochina
at the time BJ Darocha
Ochina untumi emfrala metan table for negotiation. Because what compromise that Kwamna Battles Munala you see it shouldn't take them to do this. Where's the nice mujama bronyano? I say no my yenan company for my bechi. I think say no in trade but in all Bawumia is the one going to suffer the consequences. Unfortunately for him, because Bawumia was not around when Akufo-Addo assured Alan. Legon. He wasn't.
No, he was.
And 2007. Bawumia wasn't there.
Okay.
Even part of a year arrangement, Bawumia no ni ho.
Okay.
Uniku 4-year arrangement na Bawumia ni ho. Into what do you want to punish Bawumia? You had the opportunity to punish Akufo-Addo. One year. And then I would do an break Bawumia so.
One and break
Alan.
And that I tell you, this guy is about.
And that
no, McCarthy. And
that everybody knows this about me.
I don't know.
But
Alan are fighting. Alan fighting party. No Bawumia.
No, you see.
Alan fighting party. No Bawumia.
You see.
Talk about the very ineffective vice president you have.
Alistair, say the topic in the Basi and discusses vice president. I will.
No. Management team.
I will.
And then we
are not there today.
Alan
Kwadwo Chairman Chief, he's been unfair in his decision to attack the peasant or the ambition of Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia.
The ambition, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
For instance, Alan 52 paragraph 21 page document no presentation. Alan say NDC for Onoba Obayamo president. We CPP no Obaya president for everybody. Nambom say we NDC ni na okoto aba tuma NDC parliamentary candidate. We MPP na tuma MPP parliamentary candidate. But when it comes to the presidency,
he misses the
tuma ono Alan tuma ono Alan Kwadwo Chairman. Now do you now understand why I say it's an agenda against Bawumia?
It's not true.
Because nipa of Makano for now mujina hono. It is obvious that Bawumia is a presumptive.
There is a contest behind you.
NDC tuma NDC MPP tuma MPP president in there tuma mi ala na why we here he said
Alice we am gwangwa wo say be dey say Alan so anya parliamentary mpo a otimi
It's a parliamentary democracy. Parliamentarians
the 137
Obi Anfa there is a majority side. One party took a majority side. A minority side.
Forget minority majority.
Me first Dama Charles. Alistair. Me time Charles McCarthy. Kwadwo Yeboah. Alistair Nelson. Me damu nyina se. Me first da Emma. The executive producer Ernest Kwame Alistair. What time aso sorry? Hey. What time aso me pon?
No bia damo yiri ene ECG fo jira na so omo yi sisa meters ya so mo njo ya ukoto prepaid kra within 5 minutes na sa esre na do danko Akufo-Addo mi pabo fa Rebecca o ne wa mi pabo fa mami Rebecca Gifris range of be mami Rebecca mi pabo fa kemo na do ake mami ewa Ghana be 3 square meals say one year one meeting anya meko anashi kapo na ke hospital gbemenboy komo yala ni yo ga keni bi ifia gbemenboy won pabo fight kape kemo president ake ba mami e ba experience mami because e towo one so la ni lanto e so egbema no minister ni
thank you
mini meka abu o ma no
me da say e wusia for me di yenda list Nelson ani abre ase CTV engineer you obebo ami anope wo Facebook yi credible udiane credible Ghana ha say wana ya credible me da asisa no pe obebo ami e wo Facebook wonum me di Edna na ma ejako afa me ni odi asempa Kwame Apomasu Mensa e kwotwetwe nkomo Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ebibiduro fie ayarese fie yade bia wodi kina wunya no aduro no kasa yade ne be ko Greenfield nti e na wo bre ana wodi asempa me boa na abusuase mon share sasa na odi bebe mu no mon share nso Arise Ghana t-shirt no for Occupy BOG protest na beba so 3rd October no oba CMG Accra FM front desk ya wala boni odi also oba kwaku baako Accra FM t-shirt no mu pe bia momra ha sei ebi wo ha sei free bra mo amoton sa eni a wodi oba ha no mo a Awusa for odi asempa Kwame Abumasu Mensa at the Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic apomden komotwetwe eto amaye
wofa na me ma ko be na no pe meje so minia ene wofa yenti we ye ka Greenfield a obi bebisa bia nane na di kan a obi etie yen because radio de bia yanya new listener hospital be na ye Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic yo me da asminia si ye ka se Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ye ayansabia sonko a ya bo man kan mu se de wo di kan ye no ya josu anaso mpo ya so ye no ewo enkramanta mi mu broni afa ne se nungwa adegono last stop SA Junction eho an ye wo ye ben tema an ye sanso eben ashaman eno ntis wo bi pese wo ba ya so na se yade biara eha no yetu ase e de manu a eno an se ene wo ba hwe ati akwan no ewo nungwa adegono last stop SA Junction nyame ya dom nyadwa wudu a edu kro nipa da sani yade a eji nipa nsabe mu yade a ano oden ya wakwa ya sabia me aka che se o yade we de eno ne beku no eno na Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic yes bra no ne meto ntia na sa yade kro no yemfa wo si afidie so na afidie no enche yade kro a etete wo ana yade kro na eha wo no ne wi a afidie no so asanso akire edro potia yemfa nka sa yade no na entum fini padua no mu na wonto sonko ementi ade so bisa ya Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic yade a eha nipa no eno ne yetu asema ho to ba yan hwe yare ni bi na yemoboso man ye tiefo ansa ne be yade ni bi no e bia na mi kan obi te kam anampo obi e di dwumade gu openintam wo pese wo gia number no na wo fenti minia nyeni kan fa number no entu dwa ye wia na afenya dwa wodo a ye ye ho adwuma no eno so ya chechim ama amanfo ate ye number no de di kan no e ye 0243 983 906 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898 0261 651 898 afamini ase do bisa ye no mame ntumi bo ase na nyadwa hodo a yetu ase ananse mpo yesa ewo Greenfield ase ye no yencheche makomako emawo mini amekan bia na stroke enya obi ya sabre odafom waka eya akonwam wontumi nsore ni nyina nsa ne fa dwodwo anempo bia na no achim ama sabre wo pre sa yade a ye ka wasemi ede wo how bre ni padua ne papa wan hwe ya stroke yade nya wa eni wa ni fo no mu na ye kan to mpekupe ma ho nto eya ni ya kasa ye se ye ma yade bi din enya yade bi wodi yade a efri ni petini so ebeka ne mawe so anempo yade nsa wo wedie ne emu sa yade ne ewo wedie ne ani yade ne ehyaase breben ebreben so ana akwakodu eno ne ye se Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic wo ba ya so ya yama won kasa enwanse aduasi afidie ne so na afidie na akọ unipadua no rondo na ache baabi a yade ne hye na ewiasa chew edropot ya yemfa nka no na yade ne fro so ma hoto emla no nte no me pa cho me se bon certain wo dompe wo kasa no de akwakodo biara se moye wo se moye oya se ebubu se ayam ayese powder mpo no bomadi aba ne meto ntia na ba wu se ampa se ye betimi aka no mpe na bubom ama hoden sonko nsoso aba ni padua no emu se de to konkom obi ka to bi se ma no mpe ni enya kwa no sa papa na Greenfield nso ye na woto nta na aka che se fa udom po kasa ne bra na yen kan tom na ebenya enkwa afabu onuma enum kanka haluto susu ebi da no so menia ama wa tese wode akina wanya no aduro wonim sasa wodi agba cholesterol ye woni paduama edoso no etimi ama sanum kankan etimi eba wonim enu nti bomodi afabu asa wo honom na wanum pon wo kasa go nipa so a na nipa etwiniti wono onu obi chi tuma kra na nipa ne mpese wode wa ye wano ebeba ne hene ho efisa enka eja wanum no enye wokɔ nipa mu a na animguase aba wobia wanu ma na obia nso onum bon me patro sawo ha no ane yete ne te awo Greenfield yaso ye afenso bon ma si chede diabetes ane ne ADS ye won wakɔ ayasabia kɔ ne ba hene enu wanom enya sanketwa eka wobo ho enya sanketwa mpa wo kyɛw sa wo ha no to betuma atwa ade amawa eje so woni akyemu awo yaso ye Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ya ye wonu gwarukon last stop Esa Junction di number ni bio ni ensa nto ade aka no so ema wo ye number no aye 0243 983 906 0243
983 906
and 0261 651 898 making ebi nso akwakwate enem timi nsa sabi run ase na wo titi na se be ma so timi nsa run nikanum na wo titi ne be ma no ho e ba sa no mu de wo ye wo sha wo hwe bunkuma we nifa obi ama no de nsa wura ho na wo titi wo bo nso asira adne sia ye no edidi akwati nto won fa wo so obi mpo ho na wo de nsa wura no wo titi wo be timi dwuna se be yasan na na sia ye kuro be ma nso timi titi ne be ma no be yasia no na ne be manum ene hu nyina nso aye kuro na fo bo nsa ensa prekese bi ana agya himfe ne esoro ene wo be ma no nyina boso afa watete me moye kuro no de agi achenso bo nsa wo na nsuo basa bi ana egugu na sanso nsia na menia enkamponi edi akire
ebompa
enti sa wono odofo ni hyem se pe na enkamponi ne ba ne nsuo ne pase pe na egu a wasa okwa won bebio ni nyina ne se eyenam yade ana wate enti menia mesawa da se sawa ha webu wo so a entrance mfa nkonante enkono no mkwanche no bia eyohana about infection bomadi aso do ni be chebo ya se ye Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic opa ye won fidi pane nupa ene doctor for ma bene ya doctor by to konna mu di anim won be hyew no ma twisa wo ha na se ama wato wo be bu mpane so wotenam yade na se kwa ni biesa no na ekroba na se abema ni hyiama eya na wo bre no wo ye dede no wo su eya no wo su nyese bia ede no wotio wote yaw awo na se de abema wo so wote yaw na se so bo sene meja epu no minia eya asem and it says how to be down so me so quickly for it sem how you say Greenfield nyere ni trust mount enya no nko wo bo no ma hypertension e wono so wo bo nso mpa wo dwon so a eya no wo bre na ya se wo gi no ho
enye de wo so timi dwon so na wo fi
yes
ade bakọ de pan
yes
wo dia baby pa gota bi na we yi wa de ya tu sem na wa dwon so wie
yes wo apuri
se dwon so bi e de
na so me ya kan wo bo no dwon so ba kwa na ate akam wow wo dwon so me na ate akam boss na ya se eye ne ya wo bi kura dwon so agi se wo kyem mini awutie mi sa wonnam sa wo ha ni bi mu a eya asam ana eto wo me ba to foni kyeremu awo Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ya so ye mini awonim mame fa no so ntonche no bo nso na koko edininya
koko
wonim se koko nti emo aso timisi
sa
be ma koko ba so a na ma kore so level no koso because eya maman ana tani paduanim
okay
entitime di asam ebrew eto kwampa wadwene no kwampa no odwan sisi so efise ntintin na connect ni padua no ena mama na adwene padua boso ntino entin ma sisi enti sentim sisi sanu a emoja ni ntimi ni afrusa ni wodwene a esisi so eno sa na wodi agbadi stroke ebebro
okay
me pa chawo emame nkasa mre sa wota akwa ominimu eyi amaman sa wona bonsa wokọ mpaso wadwuma nso ani bema usisi no kakra bi na yewo ya eye koko na yewo sa
koko
edi wo how kese ne bre nipa me your living testimony anytime I am ho manu aye dia me chencheme ka we tio no da ma bra pan se nya Greenfield aso na me ko ya en kasa be ka me mema sam nyina ka teko enso nei so ba social me come tell
over me judi over me judi
yes wow koko edi wo how bre nipa wo bi koko fifi ne yam obi kwakwa de otiri ya na piepie o video nani nurse so maako obi kwakwa fifine to eto atrasa no watia no to nti yes
esa to come na kan ebo amuni no aka omuni mbrofo nkwa
yes
driver why you driving like
oboa no otwine to no otwine video ni hwe we be your driver ni sisi taya ni ya okwa so metra si chentia eye kwakwa na ade usisi mu ama sa wo ha no aba minyam se me ka de kwakwa timi ye oni panimu a o hawa di beni pedua na minia edonso
koko de ni mu ya hene
enti me pa wo chaw sa wo pe ba bia wo kwakwa no ye betua se wabra ekwa ensai emabiewa eye Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic me so ye onu godogo no last stop Essay Junction for ni tiemu na bra wo de ena mumre nti no yade biara etete wo no bomoji afa bra hwebu onso a wawari ache awo wa de ma
ye boni bi
awo ne emma ye boni be ye so ye krawa
nyankopon ne maba o ne mum asaso ma ya haban
yes
eba ne emba ye kompaye no na ye ya haban eka ho
woni msa baba kwa so mpabo ni woni fie e wo babrum usa metro ni nyina
enu kise nyankopon se o ti se den eba no obe den
wabama obi enti misasa wo pe baabi a won pesa wo ba ye den ade amaw ana wo dia won pa ye den na wo bra wo pe ba to na so a the patro for ni chiremu e wo Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic o baba na mo fa no musiso no musu wo bo kwampa na tese wa tra wa nyina ma ne sim dodo mu anyi nyina se no etutu agu because wo prefie bi makofiri mini aba ma mini apa mo nso mo nsa na mo nko na wo kwa mini aba ba hwe wo twanim wo hawa etete wo ba ma so die ntia wo nkomo ano ayemra wontimi ngoba no ya mo ayemra nso wo mpam ni ahwe ni atu ase na wo to aba se wontimi manso ayo home care e wo ho eni se ye dia doctor for ya nurse for no ebeba wo fie obabi a wo tie no ni aba betu ya dia na se ama nwa to
I mean Greenfield one of the first hospitals are yes home care service
yes so consum power ambulance
service
yes o ambulance dey di twuma ana opese e befa wo e di ambulance me dey kwai e dey ba ya so ye ho ni etu ya de na se e mo ne yesa do kwa enu so da fom boko wanyina ye kanya no wonche bibi kase o bibi kuma bi efiso wa yaro san wa pom di ne hia ye enti se won yes enyiska meni so wa pom di ne koye na wuti se bontin kodi adanse a eno ne ade ayepe eti mpawto wo de yade biara etete wo enkase ya mo yade din yade ne se hyase da ben se ewo ni padua nim efa hene de bia metaka se yade afani patini so ebeka ne mo reson abusia fabra ye na yade ase de apana atete asai eno ne ye fa ne ye ne ye Greenfield yade a wo de etena wonya no aduro ni ye ka se aye dende ma wo ye wu no eno na fabra ya se ye bi tu ana mpafo ne yade na hyase wo de bra ya ye kado me so ba ya doctor for ma bene wo mani so anim te so be si agege wo so aso kamera kwampo no 90% of yade mbedwane akoko and the environment nso very clean conducive
se de bia wo no unti de bia wo ho
de bia ni ho
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic de ni ho de bin chiro efa bright soja capsules
okay
bright soja capsules
ememe duo no
yes me ye living witness
ya gonna abodia bomrane
bright soja capsules bright soja capsules
ni ho say
ni di e bright
wo ye adwuma se soja ni ma bema e se se bema mi kan wonsa mema ye mema se menkoye no eya na kro na aba yesisim ya na amama na age ni padua ni yesis na boso ene to so bonsa mfama agya yam e se wo ha na mfrom na be agye se wo kompa so a wo betuma bo adwuma enti mpa wo chewo se wo ye bema wo adwuma nso ni wo mpa so a me kan for bright soja capsules e dia ma no bi na bemo dia dance sonko e wo mpam woni so oba nso so eyam oba na tinka ate ayira ya wo dampa so as a proof for
spakia I say kanishi cast na call my no
wo nti sa wo ye oba no atinka ate ayira wontimi emu nhia bema no mpa so a no bright soja capsules e bemo nya tinka de na afa wo twanso asisim kama ema bema no so bright soja capsules esa ye ne nkomo ne yesiesie no enti obobo ni tuma ne dem go
Nothing akasa.
Yes, afa oba. Eno mi se oba konso ho. Bright garlic plus capsules. Dem as head no. me come chiro
yes
constipation ya duro so be pan ya matim constipation won ko pe no
madam for ns akola che living testimony yes because only say yes na ni yam 13 pa but I started so on garlic plus capsules no
abo no
ni abo
and will flow come
o ti we ti dey o sese duro no agini no ankasa
and only so bo nso a ni immune system no na koma na hrawa na mna bo ne sabo no ahode nim ti da bia no ye mo son and no che say yade no attack immune system no won ko pe bright garlic plus capsules e duro bi no no
eno ka me eya na me ka say malaria enche me da
yes
na me ni ye producer edin komo say me e wo me nkwan na me di up to this age no me ko hospital man yanka say me malaria da eno ka chem so e say bia me ye superhuman na mo immune system no
are strong
and are strong
because of bright garlic plus capsules
jinum de bia
enya senketwa ana won so say your ba na ba ma o pese your skin no eye bright garlic plus capsules eduro no wo bi nso na nu ma to won community wonum bi wo wo sisi ya wo ya na me kan ma jade ai me nia wo fra ni ntem wo ba bi etu nro ton ene ba bi etu nro mako wo ni ntem wo kan hye ho wo small herb shall be school junction sabab juta ene du card farmers from wo kasoa old afei wo ni ntem awo tema community one hono sa ya sabia me body
am general hospital na
there be health alert shop sahi
okay
what the tema me person bo baby
pharmacy shop bia
because of was minimum bi osama kwa me kwa me anya bi me pa cho wo wutie me ya wuto enuo ya ka wasem ko pa bi tu na ton na ebabu apa ma so nya ska gubotom na doso pon de ewo Nungwado go last up Ese Junction Greenfield Asuye Yamfa number ne emet yamfa bi odi twato na fe yansa nko ya de bi atete wono Fabia Greenfield na yentu asema ho ento number no enye 0243 983 906 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898 0261 651 898 Greenfield, God is our healer. Greenfield, your last stop.
Hey, I cry FM. Charlie, emu oda papa. Me feel mo keke. Mo okromo.